Viper lurk wall in play. So decoy eats the trip. That was the real deal, though. The genuine article in 7
double
is
trip.
absolutely flattened. Dimon wants to try and move up pretty quickly. Already getting in position. Poised moves up on the side as well.
30 seconds left.
Silence. Bladestorm available here, and also an operator to work with, but playing from security, it's a little confined, it's a little awkward. And Zap is already trying to inch forward here. Poise should have his off angle pretty comfortably, but Spikes has just turned his attention that way.
Late MV. Oh shit, yeah guys, we missed it. It's like a stream in one day, I'm so committed. Yeah, I am. Can someone just check the YouTube? Is the YouTube okay?
Nowhere to go. TSM on the hunt. A second one on the board now.
TSM is not out if they lose. They're 1-1 currently.
But you could see the indecision from the two anchors.
Oh, the double ad? I didn't press the ad button. Don't blame me.
But Zap on the retreat.
My bad. I ran an ad on your stream.
Yeah, Elevate did it.
And Surprise was just left
YouTube seems fine. Okay,
good.
So why the fuck did that happen then? What a
Well, now it's
strange...
The issue is that
I don't understand that at all.
So they don't have a Cypher Cam in lieu of LZ, who got picked up in mid at the start of the round.
Yeah,
they don't know where to put themselves.
It happens. Does it? It's never happened before.
Over a day, it means that there's no way Pricey himself is going to go and check.
Yeah, but what?
In the machine, TMV.
Yeah, but it's just strange, isn't it? That like it's fine on Twitch, but not on YouTube. But then if I just restart it again, it's fine. I don't understand.
Paranoia ready to go. It doesn't seem like 7 is
This
going
is
to go
why
for too
you
much of
always
an
must turn the
adventure
router off and turn it back on.
to that side of the map. Though, just
Why does that work? Don't you think that's so strange that that works so?
Unplug the PC and plug it back in.
GMD towards the top. If you look at the mini map, well, he contains over towards B. So, just trying to gain some info across the board. Our TSM before they work into.
We don't
the
ask
hit.
questions.
Okay,
We simply obey in the simulation.
Down that long sight line, but not going to happen. Might have a little op battle here on B.
YouTube sucks GG's.
This wall is going to necessitate it.
Oh, you don't mean my stream though. You just mean YouTube in general. I hope.
But thought better.
That internal canine telling him to go for yet another swing, but no way you're posting up on the other side of that wall.
That one's never happened before though.
Gives him a bit of a tickle, but in general,
Elevated speaks more like elevated tech support. Does sound like a tech support company, doesn't it? Elevated. Sounds like an insurance company as well.
Zap blind to any of the movements coming out from TSM.
Be it's nostalgia,
What
but
about
the
a bank?
Ascension team
Send me your
seen
money,
worse
chat.
this year. Him farming bits
Send
to
me
a
your
badge
cash.
pack
I'll make sure it
Zephyr.
stays safe.
Oh, that hurts so much. Pricey able to overrun him now. The fight's at coast. But Proto at least is able to trade things back.
As someone... Wait, were you involved with the Ascension last year, Elevate?
Off the B sites, shutting down the post
With
part
the
setup.
Ascension team?
Yeah.
Round, they are
No?
brimming with confidence.
No.
Yeah, that was great utility. Picture
I thought you
perfect.
did for
Retake
some
that
reason.
dark cover
What
placed
do you
by
think
LG on the left side
of
at
the
bridge
overall
area,
level
and
of
then the
Ascension?
hot flash through from Spike is perfect. LZ
I mean, it's whatever. It's
speed
fine.
danger. Really nicely
I
done.
think compared to last year,
That
you're
is how you
remembering...
retake
Again,
massive
you're probably
round.
remembering the
On the
winners.
That is
And
solo
obviously,
jet at
the
B
guard
side
slash
who misses the
G2,
first
as we
shot.
found
Now,
out, are just...
3 players
pretty fucking
stacked
good.
over at A. Somehow you're
Yeah,
able to
I mean-
rotate and then put that little.
So I
set
think they might be
plays together
clouding your view because
where you push off the side with all of your util.
it's a bit...
This 2G team are the real deal.
The
Do you think
Union?
it's worse this year?
Absolutely are.
think it's
Once
worse this
again,
year or
they
last year?
I don't
didn't get a
get
chance
why
to show
they
it off
don't
on the
plant
prior
open
round,
with
so
the
let's
Astra
just
wall.
Run this same
Why did they
main
not plant
trap
open with
setup.
Astral? Good question.
Leave silence to op over at B. This is a rinse and repeat of the last
Are you
one.
saying it's better this year?
TSM trying to find success with one of the only successful rounds they had. Repeating it. It was this deep walk up mid.
No,
but
I'm
look at
saying
the
it's probably
adaptation
about
from
the
Price
same.
Has the tripwire ready
Yeah,
to
that's
go.
kind of what I was
This
saying
is the
too.
point on the
Like,
prior round where TSM
I
crossed it and
think
found
the teams
opening
are
on
solid,
LZ.
but I'm not like
And this
massively
lead of being
impressed by
so
anybody so
intentional that
far.
I can see
Mm.
is that
Other than
playing
maybe I thought
well
some of the
back
stuff that M&A is doing
towards
is
that A
good.
side of the map. Trapwire is cleared here, and look at how this starts to draw some movement across the map.
I mean, look at Silence now. He was locked in on B main,
Hello,
but has
Mahi.
to give it up
I mean, look,
fully.
someone still
So,
might
as
pop
far as
off like
2G
Gentle Mates
know,
did, so you never know.
Players from TSM
Yeah.
could be creeping towards the site over on B. Silence is feeling the pressure of that.
Okay, as long as the
Single-player
YouTube is
post
now
up.
fine, then I'm happy.
This is an interesting round to see how the flow of information can affect positioning. TSM are making a deeper push though as well. Zap's about to have his hands all full.
Nice.
And it's going to be 7 that deals
Again,
with it.
I
Towards security
the-
now.
the
That's
mid
where Sid is
splits
headed in a great spot to put pressure down on Pricey.
seem
You might
very
try to make his way
difficult
on
to
in, but
deal
some of
with on
those
this
traps
map.
are being
Although,
set
not when they
off.
don't check their
Finish the
fucking
whole
corners.
here. 2 versus 2. Silence now, quickly getting his way into tower. Plant has to happen awful soon. The Proto is going to ensure
you know where they
that.
both are?
And Poise create with the space there behind that cyber cage of the defenders. It's Silence though getting involved. And that's up to a Proto in that 1 versus 2.
He checks camera.
He's got into
He doesn't check fucking camera? What?
Wins the first duel all on Silence.
What are we doing? You don't even check the cam before going out. You would have seen him.
He's easily able to punish it. What a comeback for TSM. That's a hard-fought round, and man, they really worked on it. That presence up mid.
I love how teams use an ultimate to take less space than usual. Gigabrain, KC needs to teach teams about astronauts.
As well. TSM were just not expecting that there would be so many players still entrenched in the site at that point. That stack was there from 2G because of the trap setup they were going for. And they tried to force that trap setup to work way too hard. Spike was really getting greedy in main, trying to press forward.
Are you gonna get Botox Elevate now that you're old?
Caught with the flash in his hand at all.
No, I want to be wrinkled.
I assume that it feels like a West Coast thing.
I
want to be white-haired and wrinkled.
Damn close.
Be an old man.
That is a really scary spot. You constantly see defenders try and get into that little.
I'm not older than Elevated, not even by a lot.
Combat against for attackers.
Elevated's a literal unk to me.
No, I mean you're quite literally like several years older.
Around the world, 7 has gotten both orbs to have it activated.
You wish.
Going to go into the site, find that info, try and force 2G out.
Smokes in security and in tower.
Wow,
no
you got
chance
that.
for 2G to see any of this
Nice,
action.
that's reservoir.
Can't really do anything early. Spikes eventually
Any
brought
good
down,
way
though,
to
inside
deal
that
with
null
your
command.
ult on defense?
That's still going to be a factor that TSM have to contend with.
It's tough.
Probably like fast flank them, honestly.
Yeah, I don't think there's a consistent, like, definitive answer. It's a tough ult to deal with, really.
This is 2G's economy teetering on the edge of oblivion. It was so healthy.
But you
Not a few
definitely
rounds
don't
ago,
want to
but
stay on
TSM
site. That's for sure.
Now to get back into this game.
Elevated is much quieter
But
than
he
me.
knows
Is
this
he?
operator is much better suited.
No one else has said that.
Used in the next round.
Speaks.
Going to try
Speak,
to
Mr. Speaks.
allow their star duelist
I'm
Silence
speaking.
to be the
Not that
hero
much
with
quieter
it.
than me. Maybe a little.
To win this next round where they're going to have a terrible buy around the op. Whatever little they can get, ensuring a full for the next. And TSM just...
They're coming in by millions and billions and taking our volume.
2G firepower is starting to weaken.
They're taking all the volume.
LZ easily could have gone 1 for 1.
They're eating
Ruining
the
the stream.
volume.
Hard in that situation.
They're
GG
ruining
was
the stream.
Slowly walking
He's done a
forward.
horrible job
Anchoring
making
on
sure
A
the
has been
volume is
so
correct.
disjointed from 2G. At this point, I'd like to see them just switch into playing for a flood retake.
If
or
I was on the
just a
stream,
full set.
the volume would be the best. We'd get the best people on the volume. We had a couple bad people as well, but they're gone. Only the best people would stay. that part made me laugh as well. It's like, they don't get rid of their bad people. That's the difference. We had some good people. We had some very bad people too.
Did you watch the whole thing or just a bunch of clips?
I just watched some clips. It started 2 a.m. my time.
Yeah.
But yeah, God, it makes me laugh just seeing him. Just seeing him. Oh dear.
Excuse me. Don't let him tell you that he's not in charge of the volume on the stream.
It would just be great if he wasn't. Like, if he could just be like that, but then, you know, not running for president.
Not actually impacting the entire world order. Yeah.
It would be great.
At the time, it looked like they were going to run away with this game. 5 rounds in a row. TSM went for that risky.
You know,
spot
it's like
in
people say
round
about
2.
George Bush.
Completely
If he
fell
just
apart.
was a comedian instead,
Now the right back in the game.
you know, everything would have been fine.
The timeout.
If he
Triple push
just
down mid.
stayed a baseball owner.
Oh my God, Silence.
Oh, how's it look a lot? Oh,
after
3
getting
That was
HP.
just 7. That was a collapse.
After getting dinked.
Boys felt so comfortable going for that orb take, and I can kind of see why it was being covered. Silence did not care. For the start of the round as well.
Multiple times they've been called by this.
on towards a proto, getting spotted out by 2G.
I mean, they have to just be aware of this all the time because they don't have a sentinel. Like, they're getting caught on these flanks. It's just a massive problem in terms of their game plan.
The amount of damage that Phylon's got with that
Oh,
one
it's a
shot.
5v3, just
It's
live.
an echo that'll be felt through generations. In the bones of TSM on a cold day.
Oh.
They're gonna hear that.
Oh no.
And it's gonna be Simlo dominating
Wow,
from that top side of the
5v3
B
to
side.
3v5.
Play
Wait,
out for the
retake.
plan.
Why was he
Side
going on
have
site?
to put this together with a Viper's pit to contend
Wow.
with on top.
That was just the superior weaponry coming out on top.
Like, look, I'm.
Where TSM
Oh my god.
goes through
What?
spikes.
Hello?
But doesn't know where to look. Gets the first 7 was so
Oh my
weak
goodness.
still. Just
He almost
3
said-
HP
Yup.
is straight.
Yeah, he almost killed the Yoru.
Taking him out, and now
Oh,
Silence
shit.
just has to save after going for a massive risk early with that swing into main with 37 HP after getting spammed through the wall.
Holy.
Gets a pick, brings 7
I
to
think +2.
3.
+2, you just played
But they
retake.
can't
Like, when you're
close it
+1,
out.
Yes.
They
+1, like,
exploited
okay,
the
yeah,
lack of Sentinel
it can
on
still be
TSM
risky to play
again, by the
retake.
way, with that push down mid and
But
LZ
+2?
getting the shot.
Like,
Yeah.
you should be able to
into
retake with any
V8.
weapons, really.
Same as a
+2.
prior
Yeah.
round,
That's a terrible.
but this time it just
Terrible
falls
discipline
to pieces.
mistake.
Crumbles.
Do I think Harris is winning
To the lack
after
of
the
good
debate?
weapons
It's still,
during
the thing is,
fight
if this
on
debate,
B.
if that debate happened and the election was 2 weeks away, I'd say
That
yeah,
really hurts
probably.
for 2G.
But
Now,
it's
yeah.
still
3
fucking
rounds in a
2
row, they've
months.
been
Like, you
snapped
don't
back
know
by
what's gonna
TSM.
happen. I mean, it's
Yeah.
more likely that Trump says something stupid again, but you don't know what's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
Clear what 7 was really doing there.
Yeah.
Simlo's able to get up here on towards tower, B side. Big moment there. Spike, it's just awkward. I mean, you jump into a Viper's pit like that, you probably should be expecting it to be very messy.
Like I said, like our election campaign, our election was cold, and our election campaign was 2 months long. Like, and that was it. And then the whole thing was over.
Yeah.
We've still got that long left for the American election.
Metro, I think, just did see Silence at the ferry, and there must have. TSM
Definitely
say,
an
no,
experience.
thankfully they are ready to dodge
I
this
was not
top
politically
player heading
involved at all
towards
when I
B,
was
where
younger,
they're
but
part of this
now that I
default.
actually pay attention,
Dimon is just
it's like
containing on
exhausting.
that side of the map. Listen, they're
I
definitely
think
gonna
I think
feel
the
fear of
youngins are more
someone
likely to be
walking
political
down
these
mid, trying
days.
to shoot them from rope.
Yeah, definitely.
But here comes the execute gate crash coming in. Cam for a little bit of info, but this should just be a retake situation. But river crossing before the star went down, the smoke was popped.
Just a small mistake that could be very costly for TSM. Losing that player there just to perhaps inattention.
Who's next?
A lack of cohesion either way. It's
Yeah,
not
the
great.
timing's on the util just a little bit. Oh.
Youngins, what are you, 80?
Okay, well, this is going to get checked here by 700 Fury.
Call
Now,
him
trying to
Unk,
capitalize on that
chat.
information
I just
Call
mean
him
people who are
Unk.
like, you know,
I can't find
like
anything
even
ultimately.
like not even people who can
Zap
vote,
keep
like
on
your
both, get
15-year-old.
traded out, you know, Astra.
Okay,
That
Unk,
false
whatever you
scenario
say.
and Silence just turns up, plants his feet and says, I'm here to stay, baby. 7 rounds on the defensive side for 2G, and a great retake.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was LZ using his ultimate to teleport behind. I mean,
Nice shot.
I'm trying to look at the map right now. Yeah, he used the teleport to get into B heaven and got a 3K.
Old
while the
man
team
yells at
pressed
Cloud.
forward. What a great on-the-fly decision.
That ain't
Bold,
me.
and it works out. Again, I thought 2G were about to run away with this third map. TSM made a hell of a go at it. After being down 5-0.
Well, anyone else for another 13-11?
How do you feel about
Fucking
that
hell,
Chelsea
TSM.
defending, obviously, with a lack of sentinel, so the
But
mid
which
part of the map
one?
is still going to be as much of an
TSM
issue for
or
them as it was
2 game?
on the attack side.
Yeah, that
Considering
will be
TSM's
a
comp,
very
I would
tough
assume- I would
area to
assume 2
control.
game.
You know,
Playing
we-
double duelist, no
see
sentinel.
the 2-game side.
Yeah,
trying to
and
press
this is a
up
very
there, though.
attack-sided
It is
map.
easier for TSM when they're running the Viper as well.
No,
giving
TSM
that
on out.
additional cloud
They'll
so you
probably
can
need to
come off
win
both
the.
angles.
How
Does
many
make a
teams go through?
really
4?
big difference.
Yeah, it's 4, right?
Yes.
So it's
Wait
4
till
out of 6. So
smoke
actually, you
just to
probably
do
only
that
need
necessarily.
2 wins.
Probably.
Spirits are high on the
Probably.
side of,
Like 3 as a
2G,
guarantee.
You can't really blame them.
Yeah.
2
After
is
the way those
like
last couple of rounds ago, the
2
fact
and a
that
good map
you
diff,
get away
which I
with
mean,
it,
all
own
TSM
TP
games are
right into the
fucking
back line,
as
midway
close as they
through
can
that
be.
hard
So
execute and find
if they can
3
just win
kills
one
off
more
of it.
game, they're probably gonna go
Absolutely
through.
stunning stuff.
Yeah, it's a
TSM
full round.
fighting
Rather.
hard for it though. Again, that string of 3 attack side rounds that they were able to put together, multiple of them with the help of like 1 or 2 ultimates. The dimensional drifts were pretty big. In that last round, we just saw it used by 7, his 3rd ult of the half, to try and set up the Hunter's Fury for Poised. But even with that information,
Oh yeah,
Poised
4 teams go through that. Last
can't
day
find
probably
any
won't
big
mean that
kills
much.
off of it.
Probably just people like
And
one
eventually
slot.
TSM just run out
Who
of
finished?
gas
Yeah,
trying to
probably.
hit that site. So it's going to have
Okay,
to be a
good.
defense.
That means
With a
I
great
don't
start
wait.
here in the pistol
That feels
for
like
TSM.
that means I don't have to
That really gets them rolling.
care
And
that
we're
much
gonna
about
be
missing
looking
it.
for some of these aggressive pops. We've seen it from Seven and Sim off of the A site on occasion early in the round. Sim sort of going, sort of around the pillar off
Playoffs
the edge,
isn't seeded?
floating
Wait,
there,
playoffs isn't
trying to back
seeded?
Seven up
That
a little bit.
seems
They've got to turn
wrong.
this double duelist into a tour de force.
Why not?
On this
Why not
defense
have one
side.
play 4? Who are my playoff
Definitely
teams?
gotta be a bit impressed here with
I would say these two plus
the
M80.
mental fortitude of this
plus
2G team and just how positive they're staying, how all the players seem,
All Knights?
excited, pretty hyped up. This is the biggest event.
Yeah, I
ever
could see
played.
maybe
They've only played
Reda coming
regionally
through
challengers
just
in
based
Brazil.
off of their experience.
TSM
Maybe
team
All
with
Knights falls
a
apart
bunch of players that
when
have been
things really
competing at a
matter.
pretty high
But
level for so
All Knights
long.
look better, I think, than Reda.
We've never seen them on this map either. They've
I mean,
never been
Galleries
tested in an
doesn't look
official
terrible,
on
but they're
Abyss.
0-2 right
No,
now.
no,
2G
yeah.
look like they've got it
Yeah,
well
they're
in
just
hand.
0-2. But yeah, they didn't look
This
like
is
a.
the first map in
They
the
don't look like
series where
they're
Sim
getting
has
like
not
mega
had
diff.
a lights out performance.
I want
6 for
Liquid to
11
win,
right
says
now.
Kexi. That's tough.
And obviously, we talked about the
I'll
prior.
never have
Kexi asked who my
against
favorite
Ray, where
coach
he
is.
dropped 38. Maybe it can come
Myself.
to life here when TSM need him most.
Mid is swarming with 2G players right now. They
God,
have
one day
absolutely
Liquid will be good,
everything. He's here.
Kexi,
Get on.
and you can
Okay.
fucking party like
Slow
there's no
hard for him.
tomorrow.
Gets his 4th kill, and it spikes and runs headlong into that ghost. Unfortunately, Gimon not long for this world. Eventually going to be overwhelmed by a couple of extra players now. There's going to be pressure coming in from tower. And LZ drops before a Proto can scuttle back to security and safety.
2v1 Sim. Let's
Now
see
it's up
it.
to Sim.
Yeah, and it's LZ on that late.
They will not be good in the
fight.
next 2 years. Good thing you have faith.
The hero of the final round of the first half. Continuing the momentum.
Does that make you a
into this
Nats
second
doubter?
sim.
Are you joining me on the
Strap
Nats
Ruptors
doubt
making
train?
Sound dash available can take this first duel pure 1v1 against LZ, but he is just stepping up for the Brazilian side. 4K on the round. This pinch hit
TSM.
onto the A site, just ensnaring all of TSM.
The
from
assistant
multiple
coach is
angles,
just always standing
Yeah.
up.
extending the lead.
Fucking loving it.
7 kills in 2 rounds for LZ. All of a sudden, more than just a factor in this game. Gimon is set up to receive this push, but again, this rampant mid-control for 2 game, they can sort of turn that in any direction.
People are joining me on the
TSM
Nats.
definitely have to be thinking about how
Look,
they
it's not a
control
hate
it.
train.
We foreshadowed it a little bit by asking how they're supposed to lock it down.
Look,
without
honestly,
set
for
building.
Nats,
This time they're gonna
so
have
much.
boys
I don't hate
set
Nats.
up to keep
Part
an
of
eye
it
on
is the fact that he decided to join
Yeah,
Liquid
it's
for some
just-
reason.
Yeah, we are
You were
harping
just
on
mad that he got
exploitation
married.
of the lack of
You don't
sentinels.
believe in love.
The 2G round wins.
Imagine.
Do it again by
Yeah,
being
I'm
able to
fucking
take
fuming.
3 angles,
Fuck
7 lucky
marriage.
first shot prize
How
going for
dare he.
Soul and
He got married?
instantly.
Isn't he quite
Yeah.
young?
Now, it's the TSM stack on
23,
B if
something like that.
2G go a little too
Maybe he's
fast
religious.
here. He might get eco damage through as
Maybe.
well.
Surely 2G can get
Any
some
hot
information
roster
about the
move
density of
news?
players here before they choose
We know
to
of
fully commit.
players
What a
leaving.
scary
Do
prospect
we know
that
of
would be.
anyone?
LZ
I
inside.
don't think there's any.
The Liquid
Going through
coach
most of the start of the
rumor.
round. A defensive
Oh,
Viper
who?
You see that?
No.
It's very much like the one we see on the B
He's the
side
coach of
Bind.
Job Life.
Just going to cover those.
Push all the way out of A,
Okay.
allowing this stack to take place.
Apparently
Wants
he's
to
signed.
swing.
I don't know.
It's gotta be Gimon.
Seems a bit odd
Spike
that
is
they
released, but
were
Zap
just
Dang
in
is
Ascension
all the timing for Sim. The
up until like a
wraparound.
couple
He
days
eventually
ago,
completes
and now
the
he's signed with
second as
Liquid.
well.
So
Oh!
Oh, you
I mean,
just
it's still
hate to see
3v1.
those, Sim.
30 seconds left.
Little bro ain't getting back up. That's fine. Still a 1 versus 3. Outside of the fact, Sim is saying, "Hey, can you guys get the round done now while I'm
Yeah, can you guys?
over here?"
Can we kill Zap?
no
please?
way.
Can we hurry up and kill Zap? All right.
Okay.
Anybody? Anybody? He's still drifting.
He
still
survived.
alive.
Sim.
He's good.
He
Yeah,
made it.
I love that.
He
it's
made it.
actually so silly
is
how long you
just
can drift
so
for
silly.
on this map.
That is 7. Getting
Remain.
so much presence on the A side, picking off Prize, who
Look at him go.
is going to regret
What if you could
not
pick
having
up
just
the spike
contained
as a
that side of the
defender?
map? TSM go for a
Telecommunication
gamble
pick it up and
vehicles.
they have to
What's
kill
the
you to
biggest
get the
animal you
spike
could
back.
kill with a
Then
knife?
that would
to be
fundamentally very
Seven got
much
all the
change the
information.
game. I think. I don't think you'd see the
As he
attackers
just walked in the end.
unless they were doing a
I'm not sure
5-stack
what he
hit. I
thought was
don't think
implied about
anyone
Seven's
would ever
position
have the
over an A,
spike. With it.
considering Yoro was the agent that can just instantly rotate with that gate crash.
They would just kind of
He's doing that right now.
fully wait until they
Speed
knew
from
they would come
2G
in. I think.
deep. They've gotten the site
Omen would be the
completely.
best agent in the game because you could go
TSM
teleport
acquiesce.
and
The
grab
spike
it.
is going
Yeah.
down. 5 versus 5 retakes. Superior
Spike
util,
planted.
superior weapons. TSM should be able to clean this up with ease. Surely we don't get the back-to-back eco.
But what, rounds would just be like, the defenders have the spike, now they're just fucking running away.
Shot there over towards tower.
Fucking Yoru TP across them, man.
He's forced to move up here. We'll find the one, but eventually has to fall to the snake bite, and that'll be that. One gun drop there for TSM, but it convert nicely.
See, this game, TSM had to win that second round because this game was just slightly getting out of hand. It was just getting a bit too far away from each other, so it's like, here's a second round for you. Just to make sure it stays as close as possible we can be. Is someone leaving Sentinels?
A lot of great facilities.
I don't know. Is someone?
Of the game goes, but with the plant down for 2, they're going to have a very strong buy here.
It was a question. I don't think it was a.
Save for one player, all the utility they need.
Pretty sure it's just isn't Saucy like.
And the question is
he leaving? Sure leaving?
How are they going to look to make use of mid on?
Oh, Drew left.
This?
Yeah, Drew.
Pricey, of course, playing
announced that he's gone.
Yo, new viewer here.
Which is very interesting.
Thanks, new 2 games last
time.
Considering like how much they seem to like working with him.
I don't have a favorite team. Elevated hates Team Liquid, but I don't think he has a favorite team other than that. Other than Ascend, but Ascend are out of everything. So, you know.
A gravel there, I think, used to try and slow 2G down.
Don't let TMV tell you lies. That is rough.
That is very rough.
I mean, that is.
So yes, and when you watch, so I mean, I do kind of root for Wolves, but not really as a more of a joke, really.
Let me set the record straight.
Looking elsewhere.
TMV hates the Pacific region. He hates all of the teams in Pacific.
Getting spammed through the box, 7 just not ready with the
that is definitely not
just
true.
Trying to spam out as much
in fact, I would say I was much earlier to the Pacific train than anyone. Almost anyone else.
You thank him, but my donations you ignore.
I'm speaking.
I thought you were one of the good ones. You're all the same. Trump said that.
Operator, that was sent over the edge.
I hate NA. I hate NA as the kind of like, you know, it's kind of my EU obligation. But not in a serious sense.
Very strong.
I like some NA teams.
Desperately needed to save these weapons too. This was their
Goodbye,
first
silence.
real buy. All of them sub
Any of you who watched me watch G2 this year know that I don't hate all NA teams.
Could. And still
I fucking loved when everyone would call G2 boring.
Seemingly just never mentally in the dumps. I mean, they are just such a confident team.
I mean, think about how they started this game, right? Yeah, it's got a little bit tougher. TSM have definitely been able to fight back, and obviously that pistol was a little bit awkward, but they managed to extend that lead back out to another couple of rounds, and they managed to avert catastrophe in terms of their economy on this round.
Do I like
Having
Sentinels?
such a strong hold and only losing that one player. So
do I like the players on the team of Sentinels? And often what they do as a team and how they play in general for the most part this past year?
Make sure there's not going to be an aggressive press forward from TSM.
Do I like how annoying the fans are?
Probably do in the future. So that's just a simple way to counter that out.
No.
Get the early information. Sim does have an operator.
You know, they're just the Dallas Cowboys. It's just, it is what it is.
He is good enough.
Surprised he has mid covered pretty well on the attack side between him, his cam and himself. Can cover both sides of the causeway.
Say it.
Hoping that this is the best spot for him to be with this operator. Very good deterrent for
Admit
anybody
your
trying
hate.
to come up and test this.
I've seen Star Wars.
TSM players walking back into security. They are given
hate leads to anger. No, or is it anger leads to
from
hate?
tower.
Oh no!
They want to come back in, but GFT is out in the open in astral form.
I don't know about that. The timing.
But Sentinels won, so they know the Cowboys. I hate to burst your bubble here. I know you're probably pretty young. You're not gonna believe this, but once upon a time the Cowboys were good. The Cowboys are pretty good now, but they just don't win when it matters.
And Sim just basically spent his whole round looking at a mid.
Fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
Blank in that moment, trying to slow walk back in.
Kexi just invited me to be on Liquid. Should I accept?
I don't want to say unaware, but just not respecting the timing that 2G could have caught.
He said I can coach Liquid.
Very odd. Dismantled with ease, and that
yeah, not worth it. It's just gonna ruin your career.
Because they had a timing themselves to try to fight that. Poison just trying to back up.
Your reputation will be in the mud.
The economy was out of control for TSM, but now being kept more than honest.
Now he's calling me outstanding talent. This is getting a little bit. Is this a scam?
Yeah, I mean,
sounds like a scam.
3.5K. Some of them, so they are very, very comfortable. For TSM, it's been their classic.
God, that would be such a strange thing if you were the coach of Liquid and I had to be like, oh, wow, look at how competent Liquid are. I'd lie, of course, for your benefit, because they wouldn't be. It's like being the Manchester United coach, you know? It's like no matter what happens, no matter who goes in there, it's always shit. The incompetency runs deep. It starts probably with Kexi, let's be real.
Yeah. I mean, after all, what is an esports team without fans? So if you have incompetent fans, clearly.
Yeah. What if Durka goes to Liquid? If I was Team Liquid, that sounds like a good starting point.
Yep.
That's probably what I would do if I was Liquid. Go and fucking get Durka.
Yeah. Yeah.
What if Aspas goes to Fnatic? Then that would be pretty fucking sick.
It's over. Dynasty. It's dynasty time if Aspas goes to Fnatic.
Around and recycled. These guys
are
goddamn nuts, Mitch. There is some sick talent in the region.
Baiting?
Just waiting to get into
Who's gonna die for Aspas?
Yeah,
just send Bolster in.
M80 and All Knights up to play next. Probably the two scariest teams that I've seen in Monterey. So to call this game a must-win is, I think,
honestly, whoever goes to Fnatic to replace Durka, that's gonna be fucking tough because you know, like if Durka has a good year, see that's the thing, Durka shouldn't go to Liquid because he needs to have a good year. But you know, like wherever Durka, like if Durka has a good season, whoever replaces him, it's gonna be oh Durka would have hit that. Durka gets like this.
I mean, that's exactly what was happening to QCK this year. QCK wasn't that bad, but.
Yeah.
But I think even more, but people thought that like, oh yeah, of course you're not going to be Aspas. Like people, I think gave at least some leeway. I don't think that's going to happen with Fnatic though. I think with Fnatic it's going to be.
What,
maybe not.
Hear me out. Aspas and Angel team.
An Aspas and Angel team. So what? Angel just dives in for Aspas.
The cages heard 3 players running away. That's why you saw that instant Hunter's Fury from Zap.
It's a good org in any other game than Valorant. Well, it's a shame, Kexi, that you're such a big Valorant fan, then, isn't it?
Sure of himself, probably like use that ult into the B link. There's
I think Liquid is still in TI.
They get into the site because of that, and Silence again is just lighting the server ablaze. Like, how does he get that Jiggle Peak second kill? And the third swinging out the opposite side of backside. It's just, come on, man, this guy is ridiculous.
And then Dimensional Drift for TSM never really
playing
gets
against Cloud9.
Any real information. They do eventually
I think
get
TSM
out
will make top 4. I do think TSM will make top 4.
They just space out. They still have null command active, so
I still support them, but looking for a new team as a fan.
Impossible. And now it's a 4-round lead. TSM,
pick whoever has the best. Wait, are they doing new bundles next year or not?
Pennies together and getting themselves a buy that's a little ugly.
It's unclear. Like they said, they're gonna like refresh the current.
But does, like,
I don't know what refresh means.
You say yes, but what? It's just gonna be a classic. It's just gonna be a classic again, but they're gonna. As long as they have new shit, I don't really care because I care about the battle passes as well. Holy shit! Nice shot. Oh.
I mean, who can stop this guy, man? He's moving.
Okay, why did they do a classic then? Why not just do a ghost? I don't understand. I really don't understand that. Anyway, as long as they have a new one, I'm good then. Give it. That's what I want. They also said they're doing some sort of lock-in bundle, right?
I mean, all of 2G are hit. You know, by that shard coming out from
yeah,
7.
maybe. Did they?
Sim, unfortunately,
Can't remember all the news.
The flash dissipates and everybody looks at him. That's TSM taking a gambit. It's a Hail Mary in terms of this game, Wyatt. In the background, Silence adds yet another one. Not overly notable because that's just kind of what he does at this point. Make it 4 and a black light flawless for 2G.
Well,
I'm interested to see what the Chinese teams do
in the dumpster
with their because they obviously the Wolves one will go hard. Give me fucking Molyneux on a fucking.
They went for this exact play against Rada.
The picture of the stadium.
Yeah.
And Sim
get it on there.
Just kind of floats to the left with the ult.
That would be funny to be fair.
They were so ready to shut that down.
Like Molyneux with Valorant fans walking towards it.
So aware TSM going for 2 rounds, 2 plays they haven't yet made on this defensive half. Both do not.
Sentinels should literally just put 10s on this.
By the second seed from Brazil, we're feeling like they might have.
They need to submit a cat girl again.
The improvements from this team have been.
That was the biggest fumble by Riot of all time.
We haven't seen them.
And I don't understand why they didn't allow it.
Series and potentially this tournament because the road ahead is rocky indeed. Proto has a nice little angle between the walls. 7 gets involved, and that's a total of 3 kills for the defenders.
You know why they didn't allow it? Because they want this game to be for kids. Valorant, the child game.
But then they made a bunch of cat girl skins.
Until 7 turns his attention, of course, to be main.
I think if they would have, I honestly think if they would have toned it down a bit, it probably would have been fine.
But now TSM have been able to tread water, but the question still lingers for how long. Can they
I mean,
do that?
truly, the answer, if you want to sell bundles, is you must have waifu on your banner.
Doesn't mind too much if he can get something for his troubles in this round. Take 1. Okay, gets 2.
What's wrong?
Riot didn't allow it because all Sen fans are underage.
At the end of the day, though, with their backs against the wall, they're going to be forcing into every round at this point anyway. Economy be down. And that is just a Proto and 7 set up in a crossfire, hitting their shots. Guardian in the hands of 7. Just 2 taps required to the dome for 2 kills. Simple but effective. TSM have no shortage of.
Come on, TSM.
All-out
lose.
Coming in A main at the moment.
Another A main stack, yeah. Boys with the Aldro to try and.
Oh, they refuse. They refuse to fucking not play a close game.
13-11.
13-11. Here we go. I mean, they'll buy every round via 2G, so this is still gonna be tough for TSM.
About as fast a round you will ever see Valorant. 9 players just having a little meetup over an A main. And Sim just sprays through, gets 3. It's just that easy. Round gone.
Oh, how the fuck? Yeah, why is it like? Did you see his arm then when he's holding it? Like his elbow was like fucking crazy.
Starting to.
Maybe he has a double jointed elbow.
Yeah, maybe. Kind of looked like it.
TG though can buy that.
What do I think the meta on Fracture? Look, they better bring in Fracture at some point. I'm getting mad at this, to be honest, at this point. Where's my boy Fracture?
Yeah.
Deep down mid.
You just assume Fracture's gender.
Well, it does get the information.
Well, countries are, so I'm gonna gender the maps too. Fracture is male.
Little contact peaks.
You know, like in French or whatever, I'm sure it would be Le Fracture.
And off that, TSM pull poise all the way back to spawn again. He can respond quickly with Hunter's Fury. The chips are
I have a roster for you, Kexi. You already have naps. Go pick up Defo. Redgar's a free agent.
Glimmer of action from 2G on B. So that limits their options somewhat.
Getting Chronicle from Fnatic would be an interesting.
Extended up mid.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
No, I don't either.
I'm 99% sure that Shados is like the one person staying from Toy.
That angle towards B link with intentions of this always to be an A split. Yeah, Pricey has just been sat in the vent for over a minute, I believe, at this point. Got there really early in the round.
Surely this gets checked by Kimondi. Has to be aware.
Oh, nice kill. 3v3.
Wait, wasn't Redgar on Liquid?
Yes, he was. Do you not remember?
I forgot.
Spike on his way through. Now, a straight 3 versus 3 for the map. 2G have these post-plant setups ready, and Pricey has not moved from that position. It's a strong one, even if it is known and noted by the defenders.
Ooh,
Recon clear, paranoia now slows things up. Silence
nice
though doesn't really want to shift, and it's just this quick step to the left to find the elimination.
Okay, GG.
Really nice dash out too.
GG, well played by Sam.
TSM have been vanquished.
Yeah, stand up.
Seed from Brazil, and now Zappa's got every reason to talk his talk.
I mean, he's going. I mean, this is out of control. This guy's hilarious, man. 2 wins in a row now for.
God, he's fucking going crazy. Holy shit.
He said, you guys are trash. I definitely read that. Definitely read the lips on that one.
He was going at him. Okay. Next game is M80.
What do you think about the M80 rebrand?
Kexi messaging me 5 times. Oh, Kexi leaking the secrets of Team Liquid's problems. Kexi with the leaks. My source has now moved to Vitality, so no more Liquid news for me. I'm joining the Hive, I guess. So you're not even going to be a Liquid fan anymore. You're now a Vitality fan? I mean, I can just figure out who this person you know is.
Game, the way that they close it out, silent going off, gets a...
Okay. So, Rata versus M80. Again, Rata? I hardly even know her. Leak it in mod chat.
Sean Gare's announcement.
What's the Sean Gare's announcement?
He's now the head of tactical FPS at Shopify.
As in a general manager, or?
It sounds like it, yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, you mean Sean Gare's.
Yeah.
So Kexi now is a Vitality fan. Hey, at least they made champs. At least they made champs. So it could be worse, I suppose. Who won? Not TSM. 2-game won. They're now 2-0 and looking good to make it to the playoffs. They'll probably make it. M80 will probably make it. TSM 1 and 2 still can make it, especially with a map diff of 4 or 5. That's not too bad. But yeah, they'll need to win a game at some point. Imagine 2G makes it and we have 2G versus G2. Could happen. Very well could happen. 2G versus G2 in the Ascension final to see who stays in the league. Actually,
Next year, yeah.
What?
In the relegation.
No, but if both of them go in.
Oh yeah, how does that work?
But if both of them make the final, they both come back, I guess. The lower final would decide who goes. And who doesn't, I think.
I don't even know.
TSM's next games are M80 and All Knights. They're not making it. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
This is tough considering they build my dream roster or close to it. Durka, Safe, Trex, Sender, Suigetsu, Doombros.
There is no fucking way that Vitality... I mean, they've already got Safe and Sender, but there's no way. Oh, they got Trex as well. So Safe, Trex, Sender, add in Durka and Suigetsu. Actually, that could happen.
Sugetsu and Durka, you said?
Yeah, to Vitality with Safe, Trex, Sender.
I mean, that would be a banging roster.
That would be a fucking banging team. That would be a crazy team. Yeah, you could, like, it's fine if Safe doesn't want to play Duelist for Durka. Like, that's fine. I'm fine with that. It's just that when he's on a team where he's clearly the best Duelist, it doesn't make sense. But he wouldn't clearly be the best Duelist if Durka was there. But yeah, that would be a crazy team. Get on it. Get on it, Vitality.
Yeah, you heard the man.
You heard the man.
The only thinker in the Valorant scene.
Okay, I'm gonna go do a quiz. You go do your spreadsheet.
Don't tell me what to do. I'm gonna go get some
go
food.
fucking do your food then. Okay, USA states. Starts with a consonant, contains a C. Well, can I just Connecticut? Has more consonants than vowels, contains a C. Why am I picking the hot Chusets? How the fuck do you spell it? Contains a C and contains a D. Borders Canada, contains a C. Washington, North Dakota, Idaho, Wyoming, Minnesota, New Hampshire, Vermont, what? Maine? I mean, doesn't even border it. New York? Contains a C and borders Canada. What? Am I stupid? I mean, no time? Hello? Fucking hell, that's crazy. Oh, Michigan. Fuck's sake, man. That's bad by me. I just skipped over Michigan. Sorry, Michigan. And it's like the obvious one. Well, as soon as they said lakes as well, I should have fucking just got it. What the Dickens? I don't know enough Dickens novels. I could get some of them, but probably not all of them. I can get the obvious ones.
Just imagine you have to hold sight against Durka entry with safe right behind him supported by Drax, and if you try to find the lurker you just get sent to Mars by a Suigetsu one tap. Sender is there too.
Hold on, I'm trying. I've never seen Frozen. The snow glows white on the mountain tonight. And I'll rise like the break of dawn. Fuck. Kingdom of Isolation. Fuck, if I could have got the one before, I could have got what it rhymes with. Can't get to me at all. How is it not a fucking Kingdom of Isolation can't get to me at all? The wind is howling like this swirling storm inside. Not a footprint. Don't let them in. Don't let them see. You always have to be concealed, don't feel, don't let them know. Well, now they know. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Something about a door? Turn away and slam the door. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway. Let's go. It's funny how some distance makes everything seem small. And the fears that once controlled me can't get to me at all. It's time to see what I can do. And it looks like I'm the queen. Fuck. And I rise like the break of dawn, maybe? No wrong, no rules, no wrong, no right, no wrong, no rules for me. Maybe it could be that one. Fuck, let it go, let it go. Fuck. You'll never see me cry? No, let it... Okay. It's that, then that. Here I stand and here I'll stay. In the light of day? Fuck. My power flurries through the air into the ground. My soul is spiraling into fractals all around. And one thought crystallizes like an icy blast. I'm never going back. The past is the past. Let it go. Let it go. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Here I stand. Oh, could be, and it looks like I'm the queen. Let the storm rage on. Cold never bothered me anyway. Fuck. SG Similar, thanks for 8 months.
YT finally worked.
I'll raise like the break of dawn, a kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen. Fuck. Kingdom, queen, obvious. Obvious. Are there more of these? Oh, it's just about Disney. Tough. I know nothing about Disney. The Bahamas quiz. Not a clue. African countries and alphabetical partners. Can you name the countries of Africa when each country will also cause the countries alphabetically before and after to also appear? And a minute. Fucking let's go. Algeria. Fuck. DRC. Ghana. Nigeria. Or Niger. Sure. Tanzania. Remember that one today. South Sudan. Fuck, that's not a good one. Lesotho. Eswatini. Benin. Fuck. Rwanda. Egypt. Fuck. Comoros. Fuck. Fuck, I've already got Ivory Coast. Fuck. Fuck. CAR. Fuck. Congo. Fuck you. Fuck. Couldn't think of anything with M. In fact, let's middle letter geography. Can you name the 5 countries or capitals from their middle letter? Not a fucking chance. Countries by first and last letter. Okay. AA. AN. BN. BE. BR. Fuck. BT? No. BP. Bangladesh. Fuck, this is hard. I mean, let's just do E with every letter. HI. Okay. I could probably do the same for A, to be honest. What a fucking strat. Hold on. Hold on, I'm fucking owning this. I didn't even mean that. And then each country in D for all the lands. Okay. And then probably the same with S as well. I think I've figured this game out. Shut up.
Bro is so cooked he's guessing. Can't believe how much we've fallen. Where's my thinking man Valorant I believe in? Now
Okay.
it's just guessing man Valorant.
Dominican Republic. DC. Yeah, now I'll go through them. This was just a quick way of getting through so many of them, you know? And now I just can think of countries like it's ones that begin with DA or DE, Denmark, you know, or some countries that begin with I, like India, Indonesia, Italy. United Kingdom, I'll get that one, don't worry. It's tough when you're on the spot, you know? I'm just gonna start going through countries. Macedonia, did I already get that? Fuck. Albania, got that. See, it's tough. Serbia, Croatia, so all them I've got all the Scandinavian ones probably. Liechtenstein and Lebanon, let's go. Fucking San Marino. Vatican City. Luxembourg. Moldova. Got that. Andorra, got that. St. Kitts and Nevis. Got that. Antigua and Barbuda. Got that. Micronesia. See, I got that. Fuck. Fiji. New Zealand. I got New Zealand. Fuck. Bhutan. It's tough. Belgium. Sorry to Belgium. Brazil, Brunei, Burkina Faso, Burundi, Cameroon, Central African Republic, DRC, Djibouti, Egypt, Eswatini, Gabon, Germany. Sorry, Germany, Hungary. You know, that's not an easy look, I beat the average. So you can fuck off. How about that? Hobby teddy bears. What? Greek deities by plants and animals. You're having a fucking laugh. Fictional pirates. Christmas songs by Second Line. Just like the ones I used to know. Is that White Christmas? Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Dunno. Let your heart be light. Fuck, this is annoying. In a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells? A newborn king to see. Pa-ra-pa-pum-pum. What is that called? I don't know what that's called. The late snow is glistening. A beautiful sight. We're happy tonight. Walking in a winter wonderland. The corn pop Frosty the Snowman. With the kids jingle belling. And the something, something, something. Fuck, what's that one? Just one thing I need. Mariah Carey. What's it called? All I want for Christmas is you. Silent Night. Santa Claus is coming to town. But the fire is so delightful. Let it snow. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Ugh. Deck the halls? No? I don't even want to know what that one is. This one is Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer. Is that not what it's called? No? Fa la 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 la. What's that one? Spirits up. Simply having a wonderful, wonderful Christmas time. Is that what that is? What's this called? If it... What is it? How is it not called Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? The most famous reindeer of all? What the fuck? There's no need to be afraid. Fuck. One'll be fucking Deck the Halls. Literally has to be. Not that one. Fuck! What is this one? Jingle bells swing and the jingle bells ring. Why can I not fucking put that into a song? Fuck. How is it not Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? A newborn king to see. Ba-ra-pa-pum-pum. Ba-pum-pum-pum. What is that called though, man? What is that song called? Jack Frost nipping at your nose. I can't put that one to a song either. Let Your Heart Be Light. Let Your Heart Be Light sounds more like a hymn one. I know you all know it. Fuck off. With the kids jingle belling. Fuck. I give up. The Christmas song. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. Little Drummer Boy is what it's called. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Ding dong, ding dong. Fuck, should have got that one. Jingle Bell Rock. How did I not get that? Santa Baby is what it's called. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Nosed? Ugh. Did I not type in? This was Deck the Halls and I didn't put it. Oh. You've got to be kidding. You've got to be kidding. Deck the Halls was fa la 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 la. Ugh. Shit, are we in? No, this is a fucking replay. The game against DSM. European soccer teams P. Okay, here we go. Paris Saint-Germain, Ferenc, Partizan Belgrade. Belgrade is in Serbia. Preston North End, England. Pushkas Academia. Has to be Romania or Hungary. probably Hungary, but could be Romania as well, so I'll leave it for now. PFK Alexandria. Greece? Fuck, no. Well, Pembroke Athleta. Pembrokeshire is in Scotland, isn't it? Well, that one's Poland. Tirana is Albania. Fullendorf sounds quite German, but it could be the Netherlands. Well, no, it's not. Partick Thistle is Scotland. Progressel Bucharesti. Bucharest is Romania. Pacos de Ferreira sounds Portuguese. Calcio is Italy. Panathinaikos is Greece. Petrocub Hincenti. Not a clue. Patea IF is probably Sweden. Portadan should be Northern Ireland. This probably is Hungary. And Pullendorf, I'm going to guess, is Germany. Petrocub Hincesti. Probably Moldova. So, Pembroke Athleta. I mean, that's a tough one, Malta. PFK Alexandria is in Ukraine. Tough one, though. Oh, there's loads of these. Fuck it, let's do it. Augsburg, Germany. Atalanta, Italy. Aberystwyth, Wales. Arsenal, England. Astra, Georgiou. Don't know. Angers are France, I think. Aberdeen. Ajax. Know that one. Atletico Madrid. Got that one. AAB. Ooh. Tough one. I think I've heard of them, though. Is this Poland? Is it like Gdansk? Could be. Could be. I'll leave it. AIK, I think, is Sweden, right? Are they Swedish? Anderlecht is Belgium. Athlone Town. It's probably Ireland, but I don't actually know. Ailsund is probably Denmark. AEK Larnaca could be Greece. Atromitos also could be Greece. Could be Cyprus, though. And we're back to Astra. This is probably Romania of these. AAB, I'll come back to. This, I think, is Poland. That has to be Ireland. Ailsund, I think. This is probably Greece. Fuck, it's not. Fuck. Well, this one should be Greece, then. Oh, that's Gdansk, I think. Ailsund and AAB. Is Ailsund Alesund? Probably is how you say it. I don't know. Is that Norwegian or Danish? AEK will be the Cyprus one. Fuck. I think that you're Danish. Fuck! Tough.
That day number 1, it was the last match, and it was intense against all
Ryan,
both
England.
Of the maps they went overtime.
What the fuck is that?
Almost think that
oh, who has this left?
With how close it was between
Norway,
the two.
maybe.
And
Borussia Teeth.
Where we saw
Germany.
how close it was, and now
Bate Borisov. Is that Bulgaria?
The team that won against all nights
Basel is
the year,
Switzerland.
that being Reta. So I'm wondering if this is
Never
going to
heard
be
of
the same,
Bernard.
if it's going to be just
Benfica
as close,
is Portugal.
or if
No.
Almeida
Bordeaux
are
is
able to
France.
understand what are the things
Bologna
that this
is
region of
Italy.
Latin America is doing,
Barak
and how they're gonna be able to
Banja Luka.
punish them.
I feel like if
Don't know.
Reta plays like they did
Plovdiv,
yesterday
where are
and
they
properly
from? Where's
setting up their
Plovdiv?
duelists, like Snazin,
Is that
just
Bulgaria?
going hard on the duelists, getting those first kills. I feel like it is possible, but I do expect us to
Barcelona
see
is
really
Spain.
close games.
Besiktas is Turkey. Brøndby is Sweden.
Is one of those pieces that we
No, it's
always
not.
have to
It's
talk about,
Norway.
right? Because this guy,
Denmark?
not only is
Brøndby
he
in
insane on the
Denmark
duelist
or
role,
Norway?
but he's been, as of recently and in the past year, he's been flexing so much. He's pretty
think
much
it's in
able
Norway.
to play anything that you ask him to.
Fuck!
I mean,
Well,
you
down
guys
Wales.
can hold me accountable
Boto
for this opinion,
Sani.
but I think he
Brøndby's in
might be the most
Denmark.
flexible duelist player we have in this league.
Oh, yeah.
Don't know.
Like, he's
Bran.
able to play any role without
Not a
any
clue.
real loss of
Fuck,
performance
we're
or
back to
impact,
this.
which is just wild to think about. And you look at the stats you see on the screen right
Oh,
here.
this
you
is a
see
tough
that,
one.
okay, 1.9
Bate
KDA,
Borisov.
135
One of you is in
damage per round.
Bulgaria
That's
between
actually below
Borisov.
average.
Plovdiv.
That's not
I
even
think
Koala's
Bate
peak.
Borisov.
And that monster that Koala has inside him
A
can come out
Bulgarian.
at any time against any
Plovdiv
opponent.
is fucking
And they're really
Bulgarian,
gonna have to
isn't it?
respect him and respect him in the server to be able to
Boto
take him
Sani.
down efficiently.
Czechia, maybe?
The fact
Could
that
be
he's
Bosnia,
playing
though.
all these roles also allows
Bran,
him,
what a
as we
weird
see
name.
for M80 to play this very
Vanik
aggressive style sometimes, where
Ostrava.
he's just going in and getting the first kill. The rest of
Ost,
the team is
East,
there to support, they can close out the round
German-ish,
really fast,
Czechia.
or they can
Fuck
really
yes.
slow it down.
Barak
So I really
Banja
like this
Luka.
about M80. Every single time that
Romanian?
we were questioning them
Fuck.
when they were having
Boto
that
Sani.
rough patch in challengers, they were proving us why they were running these compositions, why they
Bosnian?
were putting Koala
Bran.
on Yoru on Ascent and a bunch of other maps.
You're
why they were
Norway.
on the Omen.
Fuck, you're not even
Oh,
Norway,
Sage, you see a
Bran.
lot of things, and every
Iceland.
single time they prove us
Holy
why
fuck, what was
those-
it?
those compositions
Belarus is where Borisov are
Yeah,
from.
I mean, it's
You're
scary to have,
Barak
like, an
Banja
experienced
Luka.
team as M80 just be able
Brøndby,
to
I
pull
knew
out
that one.
8
Boto
diverse
Sani is
teams. At that
Romanian.
point, like,
Bran is
do you
Norwegian.
even know what
And
comps you're gonna
of
be
course this
running
is
against?
Icelandic,
And
but
like
I...
Roy mentioned before,
fuck.
they play unconventional comps.
myself
and it's really
down
hard
there.
to prepare for those.
Celta
because one day they
Vigo,
can pull out the
Spain.
unconventional comps.
Cork.
The other, they can pull out just a standard
Ireland.
comp, and you just don't
Chavez.
know what to expect.
Don't know.
You need to be ready for everything, which
Ke-
is
Ke-
honestly
Keksi!
impossible to do.
Keksi!
There's so much you need to
Booty
take care of.
Jovis!
But one of the two players that we want to talk about from each side
Camber.
are the controllers
Where's
here.
that?
Xander and Delsik have been the difference makers, not only when it comes to the kills department sometimes. I like Delsik,
Cluj,
for example,
Romanian.
a lot on the harbor, the times that he showed that
Chelsea,
in
England.
challenges, but Xander
Celtic.
is always that guy that we talked
Cracovia,
about. And he goes,
Poland.
sometimes we don't mention him as much.
Yeah.
because he was
Carmarthen,
so
Wales.
stacked, but
There's a
Xander
nice
is
castle in
insane, and the
Carmarthen.
calling as well has been really good.
Huh.
Yeah, I want everyone that's
France?
watching right now not to be fooled by
Don't
these
know.
stats that you see right here.
Chemnitzer
because
FC,
despite
not a
Delzik's
clue.
stats right here, which look a
CSK
little bit
Moscow,
lower than
know that
average,
one.
definitely
Club
from his last
Bruges,
match, overall, his stats
Belgium.
are very much close to Xander.
Oh, when he's in the Champions League, Crnovica Zvezda. Are they Serbian?
On top of that, Xander's also IGLing, so the fact that he is maintaining this level of performance
Odessa.
while he's
Where's
kind of
Odessa?
responsible for the, you know, the wins and losses
That's
in these
Italy.
rounds is, to me,
That's
is
probably
mind-blowing.
Turkey.
It's not easy
Back
to
to
do.
Chavez.
And a lot of, I think you ask any duelist, and they're gonna tell you, or sorry, you're
think
gonna
you're
ask
Serbian.
any of the IGLs, and they're gonna tell you that how difficult it is to keep up.
Who's the
everything.
fucking
It's only-
Portuguese
it's something
on?
that only
Chavez?
A couple players, a couple IGLs are able to do to keep up with the kills department, but also on the calling to make sure that your team is taken to the finish
Keksi.
line.
Where's
Now,
Keksi
let's
from?
talk about the
Germany.
maps as well, because we don't know where we're gonna be headed. So let's see what the blacklight.
Which one's the
map
German
select
one?
Is gonna look like. Story, any predictions for what is gonna be?
Is it
I have a
Chemnitzer
spicy
FC?
Prediction. I've written up my
Okay.
prediction. So
Okay.
I think Reda is gonna ban Sunset. I think M80
Camber,
will
I
end up
think, is
getting
you.
Bind, which I believe is their permaban. I think it'll come down to Haven, Ascent, or Lotus. And I don't
Horn
think Abyss will be
Moritz,
chosen,
Odessa.
So let's see if I'm correct. 'Cause I'm feeling very
Keksi
confident about this pick.
Budjois.
Okay.
I like that
I
you
think
do.
you're
You do
German.
this planning before.
I
I think
do.
that's
And then
let's find out.
you'll
Let's
probably
find out.
check.
Which maps are they gonna choose? I feel like a
Fucking
little
get in,
mastermind,
son.
you know? Oh,
Get in there, Lois.
okay.
We got Haven.
We got Haven. Now we just
Another
need to select
Keksi.
Lotus.
Fuck. They love
I feel like
Keksi.
my picks would be
Is that Czechia again? Is that what it was?
Okay.
Oh,
The tension.
genius.
Wait.
She's a
Minsk
genius.
is in Belarus.
Yep. And I'm not surprised to see Lotus
Deportivo
being
La
cut down by
Coruña.
M80. It was a great
Wait,
map for them, even
Deportivo.
in the North American Challenger side.
Spain.
But I do want to point out that they haven't shown Lotus
Ooh,
in a while.
don't even know how you
And
say that.
again, just
Probably
like,
Iceland.
Starrybun was saying earlier, right? Where
Or Iceland
they
isn't in there.
can
Probably
pull
Norway.
out
Norway's
calls
not in
out
there.
of nowhere.
Fuck.
They're not attached to any
Dundalk,
composition. They're not attached
Ireland.
to any meta. You can
Zagreb,
prep for their triple
Croatia.
sentry comp, and then now they're playing a completely
Dijon,
separate
Dijon,
comp,
these
and they
nuts,
still play
Dijon
to a very
mustard.
high level. So they're and their problem
Gallon,
solving on the
my
map as well with these
silence.
compositions is immaculate. So
Dundee.
it is really M80 is really is
Moscow.
a tough opponent to prep against.
The Dnipro
Yeah, I'm
River.
very excited actually. This map pool is great to talk about those
Dunno,
guys
though.
that we mentioned before.
Barbados.
And Qualinoob and what they're gonna
Dynamo
be able to do on those two
Dresden.
Maps. I feel like all of those three maps, we've seen them pop out, we've
Dordrecht.
seen them have great
What a
moments,
name.
not only throughout Ascension as
Fuck
we've seen in the
me,
past couple days, but
Djurgården.
also what we've seen in
Dynamo
Challenge and Troy. So,
Bucuresti.
I think it's a pretty even map pool. I feel like I would still benefit M80
Budapest, Bucharest. I always have to get it in my head.
From Reta, it's
Kexi. Was this Czechia?
You never know what to expect.
Could be Slovakia though, right?
For me, the thing that
could easily be Slovakia as well.
We kind of praise their support staff, right? Like they have Nagze, who's insane. They have Delze, who's insane. These players have been kind of quiet up until this point, right? But at any point in time, these guys could just wake up and now you're fighting a ret that is
probably you.
Completely. And obviously, the more reps they get, the more of that, that psychology that they shed throughout the tournament.
This one's probably Slovakia then?
Definitely level up throughout the event.
And
I think same for M80, right?
Where are you then? Probably Hungary with the different symbols.
Way too close for the number 2 LATAM seed, and they're gonna have to put up a much cleaner performance versus.
No, that won't be Sweden.
Something that the teams have for sure is that they're both able to close out that series when they need it the most. We saw it for Reta in the grand finals for Latin America. They started down 0-2.
I found my form. We're in.
Only we're gonna get away with the win.
East 5-4, 4-5,
and they win. So, Starry,
Turkey.
Do you think there's a world? I know we all put M80
Not
for
a clue.
predictions. Do you think there's a world where
Espanyol
can do this and get that win that nobody's
Frankfurt.
I believe.
Everton.
Honestly, I believe in them.
Elfsborg.
I feel like they could really just
Denmark.
Especially like I said, if
Netherlands.
they're playing like they were yesterday, and
Lithuania.
Snazine is just
Tarnovo.
duelist, and they're able to kind of close it out. I feel like
where's
they
that?
have a really good chance of winning.
Estoril, Excelsior. Where are Excelsior from?
For any of the 6 teams that we have right now in Ascension, anybody can win. That's something that they've proven to us over and over again. It's only the beginning of the tournament.
Are they from the
Netherlands?
Netherlands?
It's only the group
Where are
stages,
Excelsior
so
from?
We can expect a lot more of those close matches to come through and a lot more of those upsets. It seems like there's some tech issues though, so we're going to throw to a break, and when we come back, we'll be ready.
Elfsborg. Could be Denmark, could be Sweden. Excelsior. Are they fucking Dutch? Ergo Tellus. Ebsjörg. What sounds more sweet? I'd say that's more Swedish. Fuck. Well, Elfsborg is you then. Fuck. Fuck right off. Tarnovo. Lithuania. What's the Portuguese one? I don't have a fucking clue. Only the Portuguese one's quite easy. Is this France? Ecranas. Could be Portuguese. Estoril. That sounds like a fucking oil company. I think you're the Netherlands. You are. They're obsessed with these strange names in the Netherlands. Ego Tellus. What's the Greek one? Ekranas, maybe? Man, that's fucking tough. So I know it's not Denmark. Tarnovo, is that in Bulgaria? Estoril. Ekranas. Greece. Fuck. Tarnovo. Bulgaria. Estoril. One of them's Greece then. Probably you. Estoril. Lithuania. Fuck, that's Portugal. Fuck, that's hard. Fraud? What do you mean fraud? Finn Harps. Ireland. Floriana. Don't know. Freiburg, Germany. Flora Tallinn, Estonia. Feyenoord, Netherlands. Don't know. Fulham Football Club. Fiorentina. Right, that's got to be Norway. Or Iceland. Fuck. Falkirk. Falkenberg. Ferrone Kelly. Definitely said that wrong. Fola Esh. Oh, Fola Esh. I know them. Why do I know them? Good question. That sounds Portuguese. Wait, is that who plays it? Ferenc, yes. I've been here. I've been here. I went there on holiday. That's Turkey. Fredrikstad, Sweden. Right, I think this one has to be Iceland. Even though Norway's still there, Iceland's just more extreme. Fredrikstad could be Norway or Sweden. There's Kosovo in here as well. I'm going to say that's Hungary. Floriana. Could be Malta, though. And who knows what the Luxembourg one is? Falkenberg. Luxembourg? Could it be Sweden, though? Fola Esch, I know that team. So why do I know that team? Fuck, I'm saying Sweden. Let's go. So that's Norway. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Fola Esch the best team in Malta or Luxembourg? Fuck, it's Luxembourg. Fuck. I'll do something different now. Most WWE belts. Fucking hell. Can I name them? Undertaker. The Rock. Stone Cold. Steve Austin. Triple H. Shawn Michaels. John Cena. What's he called? Roman Reigns. Rey Mysterio? I don't think he had that much. Batista? Ric Flair? Hulk Hogan? Andre the Giant? Bret Hart? What are the wrestlers? Randy Orton. There could be some new ones in here that I'm not as familiar with. CM Punk. Cody Rhodes, is he the guy now? Let's go back in time a bit. Who would it be? Mick Foley? Did I type in Ric Flair? Who am I missing? Roddy Piper? Not sure he ever won it. I tried Kane. Edge? I could have. Oh, Jericho? No? Oh. Kurt Angle. Brock Lesnar, of course. Sheamus. And Daniel Bryan. Yeah, these newer ones are tough for me, but should have got Lesnar, probably, shouldn't I?
Jet on the op, so we kind of do know what to expect from the Reta side. It is a very strong composition. Okay. It is a very strong meta, and I'm kind of excited to see what M80 is doing to counter it.
And so everybody, what do you think is the pressure like? for the IGLs here, especially when you're diving into these matches where you have no idea what the other team is going to run.
Four
You know,
team
they're
states of
very
provinces.
likely going to change what they ran a month ago, 2 months
Can I
ago.
name all the
whatever.
states
so
with a big four team?
Like for them and the coaches to make sure that they get
California.
I feel like the pressure is kind of high, like we've discussed
California,
before. It is really
Texas,
hard to
Florida.
prepare against M80, and also M80 is known to have a very, very strong map pool. So being able to prepare against
pretty sure Minnesota does.
might not be enough. So I think to the IGLs, it might just all come down to
does
just, like,
Washington
for your own game plan, not focusing on like what they're doing, but focusing on what you're doing and minimizing your mistakes as best as possible.
And I think that's that's a really good point that she brings
Technically,
up. Is because with this limited amount of time you have to prep, you can
they have the Bills.
Anti-strat so much, right?
It does say Bills. It doesn't say Giants and Jets. Does the New Jersey Devils? Do they have a basketball team? Don't know.
We can kind of know what's going on.
Pretty sure Pennsylvania will.
You kind of just do need to touch on your own mistakes and tighten
Ohio should. You would have thought.
Okay, Roy, but what does the cat think?
The cat does not think. He just
Illinois, surely Chicago has a team for everything.
I'm just kind of just chilling.
Here's a couple thoughts for all of us, including the cat today, to see who's gonna win. Who's gonna
now North Carolina has quite a lot, but
walk on stage.
the Panthers playing North or South Carolina,
and we pretty much cover all of
Georgia.
Those
you would have thought.
Of map pool, what they're gonna change, what are the expectations.
Atlanta
are like,
surely has quite a lot.
Like, but
fuck, it's not Georgia. They probably don't have a hockey team. What was it?
Players walking in. It seems like M80. They're coming in.
Was it Washington?
A lot of the players played Ascension last year, made it to the grand finals.
It's a hockey team that you need, really, isn't it?
And then you also have a Reta with experience, but maybe
it's probably
not
Arizona.
the
I
most
bet.
recent experience in that top level.
If I was a player, honestly, I'd feel really excited to be there. I mean, like you said, M80's been there
Oscars
before.
don't
They're
care.
probably really excited
MLB
to be back.
don't care.
And then Reta,
Closest countries to Russia.
Been, but I'm pretty sure they're all feeling like a lot of excitement.
Well, we're borders 13 countries, so let's start with Azerbaijan.
These matches because every match
Belarus.
you just don't know
let's just name countries that
with the other
border
team.
it.
So
North
you
Korea.
have to win every match that you can. And even Net said in the interview, you just can't underestimate everyone. And
Poland.
everyone is looking just so scary in this competition so far.
Finland.
There's a huddle on both sides, Roy. I gotta say it. So things are
probably Sweden.
It's very even right now.
Lithuania,
before it
Estonia.
starts, I want to ask if there's one thing that you are telling people to point out. This is the guy you need to look out for. This is the strategy that you need to look out for. What do you tell them?
I mean, at this point,
probably Uzbekistan. You would have thought. No.
The only thing we can do is just focus on ourselves. The only thing that matters is
no.
the round ahead. There's
a country beginning with you that's closer than Uzbekistan.
Whether you made a mistake in the round before does not matter. Only this round
probably
matters.
Zambia or Zimbabwe, isn't it?
At all times. And you guys can't see me, but I'm doing the BCJ right now. I got my glasses on. I got my arms up
Yemen?
on my chair. I love
That's the
vibes.
old man.
Oh, hello.
Oh, now they get to see.
Wait, I don't have my sunglasses here. Come on, you gotta let me know before.
Listen, it was spontaneous, okay? But it actually feels oddly comfortable.
Maybe you should just do the desk like that, I think. Well, let's jump into the agent select. We talked about the fact that we haven't seen this map of Haven be played out just yet on Ascension by M80. So, what are the...
India?
I mean, we already see the I'm like, what are we expecting? We see it right in front of us, right?
Double Initiator Jet versus Double Controller Sky. Okay, I love it. I think
the US.
That makes me feel a little weird though is that
USA, you can almost see it.
It's sort of a response to the breach Sova.
I thought the US, I thought it had it
in its own way. Of course,
it literally borders it in sometimes in the winter.
Sky have been nerfed immensely, so it's not as powerful as it used to be.
Qatar.
I think M80 is gonna have to be creative with the way they're playing to deal with the strengths and weaknesses of Reta's comp.
Turkmenistan.
I hear Starman.
Tajikistan.
No, I think the comp from Reta was expected as
Turkmenistan about the width of the Caspian Sea.
Turkey. It's pretty standard, I would say. Like the breach with the jet, I think it's like a really good comparison. Like you can really control the pace. Like you can go fast pace, or you can even do contacts and just like pops. And I think Roy makes a good point. Like they're gonna have to really be careful of like Reta's comp.
And with this Viper wall as well,
what else begins with
the Viper and also
Ireland,
the Sky that they
Iceland,
changed. This is something that the first time that we saw this change was just yesterday before they were playing that center composition that you see
Indonesia,
on the side of M80. So there's a couple of differences
Iran.
here. And
it's Iran, really?
Had the day off yesterday.
That's crazy.
They were able to watch this and see how it was going to play out and how they can prepare for it today. So I'm very excited to see who's going to get the map win of Haven. Is it going to be M80 or is it going to be Reta? Once again, take it to your casters, Uber and Wyatt.
Holland. Not a country.
Thank you very much. desk. Rwanda. You guys as well. There's a lot of discussion about this double
Russia
setup that Reta has
very
been
clever.
playing
Try again. Fuck off.
Did get to see it yesterday, Wyatt. Obviously, something that with that lurk wall kind of keeps defenders hanging out around on that A side and allows them to
Let's see what it was.
Elsewhere.
Yeah,
Denmark
exactly.
should have got Hungary, could have got
now,
Romania, should have got Ukraine.
Purpose, which is that it cuts off the B link.
Let's just ignore Ukraine.
Your omen can just place the smoke on the C link. You have both of those little extremities within the site covered. And yeah, as you're mentioning on A, it just keeps the defenders on that side of the map guessing. Makes them feel like they have to stick around because someone could be walking down short as they are, though. But irrelevant when BCJ just hits the perfect timing to press mouse 1.
Gorgeous sender. Oh, the right clicks.
Well, it's a good start for M80. Oh, I should unmute myself for
position in the phone line coming through from Nismo is perfectly played off. That one came all the way in from B. And it's up to Delzik. Someone highlighted as a
Are you there,
player in
Speaks?
this game, but we're calling ambulance for him.
Hello.
Well, that is.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm finally unmuted.
Yeah, the game's finally started.
Oh,
unbelievable!
I just forgot.
Millions of people are coming into this stream and muting me. They're not letting me speak.
Well, speaking
by the fake news media.
Speaking of Trump's ideas, I just forgot that Ukraine boarded Russia. So
well, they played 2 games and they were
it's not looking good for me.
Was just
something NA education.
2G, and they beat TSM. I'm really questioning where the level of this team is at.
Maybe you should watch the news a bit more than Valorant.
Yeah, maybe I should watch the news a bit more. Oh, almost got 2. We'll get 2 essentially.
At least holds his ground, but Delzik is quick on the
danger.
Danger. Ooh, you wanted a stinger for that, not a bulldoze. The only thing is you have the spike now. Yeah, they've got the Guardian though.
Delzik is taking the Bucky to hands now. And Reta need to figure out how they recover the spike first and foremost.
BCJ is a bit lit up too. Kuala Noob could one-shot either of these players with...
Are they going to go all the way around, eh? That would be fucking crazy.
Turret still covering
that would be too much.
That's kind of useless.
They've got the spike with the turret on it, right?
Delzik is creeping forward. Nervous that someone might take a longer range engagement. And so that dark cover will close the gap if anyone did happen to be close. Create a little...
This is very losable now that they've lost the spike.
For the Bucky to play within, rather. It's all
silent.
They're
playing it so safe.
The turret is there, but it's obviously deactivated.
Yeah, it's because they have the outlaw. They have like really bad weapons for this.
Yeah. And this is going to come down to a 2v2. The Guardian at long range here could play from C long.
Spike planted.
They didn't want to split on B because they knew when Omen Smoke could
drone
turn into a 2 versus 1 favoring Greta.
Yeah,
so
surely you drone this, right?
Literal muscle information of the spike and just sit and wait to hear a plant. Now they're going to make their way in. I don't know how much this Aldrone is really going to tell them outside of the obvious is that Delzik and Nagzat, the veterans of this region, are stacked up together here behind the site. BCJ with a shock that pulls up a little bit short of Nagzat here.
And there's your Guardian. Fucking lose a Guardian and you give him a round.
Stunning recovery from net to there on that Thrifty.
Really well done. This is actually
who had that?
Whose gun was that?
In the finals, they did this exact same play.
Nismo's Guardian
pushing through B. M80 not prepared for it, and it's something that they could have
BCJ knows he's a knower,
but just in that moment, we're not ready
with
to
the
play
stinger.
Out. I love how Nags played that at the very end with Delzik to fighting forward rather than taking a more passive approach, just trying to close the distance still with that Bucky, playing off of each other well. Now they have a big weapon advantage with the Outlaw in the hands of Snozine, a man who loves those scopes.
Oh, that was about to be a triple lineup, I think.
What? The pistol's getting a lot of value down C long. Rudy's at least able to surprise there. Perhaps he just doesn't expect.
Could surprise him if they come back.
Player. We're just talking about how much Snozine loves that Outlaw. He got absolutely pantsed by a ghost.
He should not be looking for information here.
Maybe have a little double face on this angle setup. Suited trying to be diligent here, and he loses out to yet another ghost. Okay, player advantage now established for M80, but they have no presence on the C side of the map. The problem for Reta is
they
don't quite know.
Hello, observer.
They're going to run into them either way.
Oh, that's the big kill.
Nice, 3 kills on the round
here. Was there?
Reta have stabilized, but it's been a messy outing.
Yeah, it's really just come down to Mariz, another one of the veterans on the team, lots of experience. has gone to international events before. Obviously played with MIBR in the VCT Americas last year.
Spike planted. I've got your trail.
Didn't light the world on fire, by all accounts, but definitely was still under some pretty tough.
At least they get the Sky ultimate out.
Now
he has to know that some guys logs here with the way it's playing it.
And also exit and Dells to get there.
Oh.
Okay, BCJ hang about here. That's going to confirm Miriza's location.
All right.
He's a little off though, BCJ.
I don't know about that one, BCJ.
Brain, I'll say the word brain. It wasn't what I wanted to say.
Surely you just tag him and then you run him down with a phantom, right?
Right down to the wire here with the lower bike team.
I mean, what's perhaps more surprising is having him be revealed and just fucking whiffing the first pulls anyway.
Yeah, he didn't even wait for it to tag him, right? He just like he started the wind up way too early.
Fury in the one-on-one. I mean, if he gets that kill, he looks like an absolute god among men.
That is the play you make if you have massive pendulous eyes.
Right, and some say he does. Some say he does.
That was ridiculous.
We're waiting for a stun that will never come.
Again, here, you miss all of them, you don't take. It's Mr. Gretzky. Let's go back again. Trailblazer here caught out inside a sewer. And they made it this time, opting not to play up close here. Reta are all positioned around this Viper ball. They've even got ahead of it into a long itself.
Okay, 2-1. We got there in a strange fashion.
Nags has the sort of passive info gain set up, that alarm
the
box.
koala noob op.
Monitoring anyone who may want to push down mid from M80. But their setup is really just based around the
honestly, if you knew they were gonna play this Viper comp, you should have picked Chamber instead of Jet.
You know they're going to be so well drilled. I mean, this team, the core.
I don't want to tell M80 this, but we talked about the breach win rate before.
Yeah,
breach versus Viper on this map.
Solid first blood.
It's tough.
He's been good in this tournament.
Oh, versus Viper, yeah, I'm sure it's really bad.
Yeah, you gotta win. You gotta be way better than your opponent. Particularly on this defense side, it's tough. When you're triple stacking A for no reason.
Just Snowzine, who's looking for a way in. Had a moment there in that second round with the
they're off to a good start. Now no smokes. This should be tough for Rate.
Alarmbot gonna be
Reta?
now. They're committed to the site, and Net is just farming them to
Dryad was saying it with kind of an accent, like Reta or something like that.
Doesn't have to see his enemies to kill them, apparently.
Reta.
That's just a poor approximation of how she sounded.
Individuals stepping up.
The round just turns a bit monotonous from Reta, and M80 capitalized on that low amount of time as they tried to sort of haphazardly rush into the B
Guy on Lotus for the year.
KJ utility.
What's the win rate?
A lot of damage
bad.
To it. It's really just Net as well.
I want you to guess. I have it in front of me.
Well, I remember the non-mirror one was very bad.
Early on.
You're talking overall, probably
hasn't really given
35
value to Reta yet. We're buying
lower.
Low.
Full for the next.
Yeah, I remember it was like 20 when the non-mirror.
Same Viper ball to contend with, so it's a tight angle either way for Koala.
Yeah. 27%.
With all the timing, he gets off the angle. Can he repost?
33 total games played.
Okay, can the Cloudburst get him out of there? Koala doesn't want to get out. He wants to advance.
To be fair, yeah, Sky, most of the games would have been done
back at that point, but the damage has already been done. Delzik with the stinger gets in there, but eventually traded out. And Xander eventually comes through on the wrap.
Let's get control. Take control.
A very clean round, all things considered.
Yeah, clean amidst the chaos.
Yeah, you gotta fight for A. Gotta fight for A against the Viper.
So disconnected from each other. As the M80 team just pool in, and you can even see here Xander taking
make them execute with a Viper on a different
the lack of Sentinel, and something we talked about a lot in the last game on Abyss, and it's going to be the case here again. Already wrapped all the way behind. The lack of Sentinel utility, rather, in that situation. Just wrapping all the way.
Wasn't much to cover it. This time there will be a
KO.
Will be a
nice.
You know that
set up in mid here.
Do I know what?
The KJ.
Did you know that? KO's best
watch
map.
Any potential push out, and Xander this time is opting
yeah, I think so.
Really take control of lobby here.
I'm well aware of the stats. I've still got them.
To be checked here by Maurice. Trailblazer gets through. Checking those close angles, finds them to be bereft of any defenders. But Xander's already opted to pull way on back over to A, drawing that util out of the attackers early for virtually no gain except that little bit of information about lobby.
Yeah, and right now,
walking straight into this.
Yeah, look at Nismo. If they
Shock dots, aftershock.
He's ready to just send that
Odin
fault line
spam.
out. Stun players will be caught up in the mollies. Placed there by Net. Teleport in from Delza. Great pick.
You still didn't get it.
Onto the initiator.
That's tough.
From M80. Space created by the lockdown as well. 4 versus 5 retake. Delza caught in sight. Might be in trouble.
There's running up.
What?
Xander.
I think they must have thought that he'd actually TP'd out.
Aldron can check the outside. Know that Zeus is playing a close angle.
That's
He's trying to
nice by
disrupt any
Koala.
potential defuse, but he has no chance to really even let that snake bite go.
Wait for smoke.
He fires it off, but he's dead.
Don't
In the
have our
aftermath,
own and
the
fucking
fact that
swing
Maru's
out.
ready
What
to
are we
stand and
doing?
deliver out in mid, up to Net. And it's just a little too much for him
Not
to
go
overcome.
well, TMV.
Again, it's the veterans standing as the smoke
They
clears.
rushed it.
Yeah, just a couple too many players swinging
You had
together.
loads of time.
They rushed it.
Taking those fights
You had
as
so
a
much
unit,
time.
which is really their biggest.
Do you think they need to allow
obviously
Breach
their
to break
biggest struggle.
KJ ult
The first
insta
game that we
again?
played, you know,
Would
for a
that
team
make
that's
him a
so
decent character?
experienced, was
I don't like
for a
stuff like
team
that because you just
has
make Killjoy feel bad.
teammates who used to play together.
Yeah.
You know, in Delzik and
I would
Max,
say make
really expecting
make
more
stuns
on the front
good.
of the fundamentals, but they were lacking in their first game. They were better against TSM, and they have to be
That
even
might
better
help
than
if
that
stuns
to
were
best
good.
M80. These guys are well
Yeah.
drilled.
But that also doesn't feel good, getting stunned, not being
Yeah.
able to play the
They
game.
hold each other
True.
beautifully.
Don't get hit by the stun. What are you
Sovereign
doing,
is-
lad?
That's just about how they fight inside these
Do you know what
sites.
this
Their
thing
anchoring is
does?
Sublime.
You see
They're
the smoke here?
very,
Do you know what
very
that
One
that
way?
means? Yeah, does he
Close
know?
maps, sure. Domestically,
With the
they have them,
spike,
yes,
does
they
he
as well.
know?
You're supposed to just push
That
through it,
just
right?
says a lot about the level of quality of teams here.
It gives
First
you
team fully
vision
committed for a
advantage.
Blade Storm, goes to one through the wall. Or rather, it was Kowalanu with the blades.
Okay, they got the spike back.
Camera there. Either way, no casualty outside of Muriz, who's picked up on that C side. That's again Xander establishing himself.
Who did Maurice play for in
Very
VCT
passive
last year? Was it
presence
MIBR?
towards A,
Yeah.
facing towards long, just that
That was an
info
MIBR
gain.
play.
The round slows down a lot. Reda are definitely one of the slower attack-sided teams that we've got in
Is that
this
too harsh?
tournament. I mean, especially compared to some of the madness we've been seeing from the teams that enjoy a little bit of neon. Reda take things
This should be a free one.
to a much
That's a bold
slower
choice.
pace. Just absolutely decimates them.
This guy is just
It's a
so
bold
hard to
strategy,
shift net.
Colin.
Talk about another outsized impact on yet another round. Simply sat in the corner, but able to anticipate the TP.
See, Breach is an
coming over
interesting
as
one because
well,
I don't think the
turns it
Breach
into
is that
three.
bad in ranked.
That is explosive. And that
Like,
is
if you know what you're doing
devastating.
with Breach in ranked, it's
Reda's
not that
back is
bad. And his
broken
pick rate
here.
is still good,
And it's a weird
which
spot
tells
for
you
their
the pro
economy to
teams
be
still
in as
think that
well.
he's good.
Even more
Even though,
importantly,
again, for
despite
3
Kowalun's attempt to
years
go ham at the
straight,
start of the round, he's been able to get
it's
out
been the
alive.
He's had a
lowest
bad win
win
rate,
rate.
yeah.
Operator in tow.
Not just bad, like the
This is
lowest
paving
of
the
agents
way
that
Yeah.
have played
for
enough
a
games.
streak
Like,
of wins.
the lowest. That's crazy. That's fucking mental to be the actual worst. And like other
It is
agents have
true.
fluctuated quite a lot. Like Sage was dog shit last year, but this year, because teams basically only played on Icebox, he's actually okay.
Yeah. Funny how that works, right?
Yeah. But that's what often
I
like
bet-
that's how
I
you
bet it's
get a
because
bad
people
win
just
rate.
play
On
ranked.
another note,
They just play
massive
ranked,
credit to them.
and
I mean,
every
against
ranked round
all
goes
nights
super
the other
fast,
day,
and so
like
you
all
don't
nights
notice
that
the weakness of Breach, which is that he uses utility and
with
it's
that
gone.
ruthless aggression,
And he's,
it was Net
you
coming
know,
up with the
and
big
stuns don't
plays to
particularly
keep
work that
it
well,
in the
so
game. Just like that
you don't
3K
get to
we
feel
had
the
in prior
weaknesses of
round.
the character very
We're
much.
talking about a previous ascension.
So just
winner.
keep playing it.
He's been here before. Haven't
Also,
done well at this level.
All these players who are egotistical about their aim, which is like all pro players,
as we've just learned.
all they know is that when
So,
Breach
see,
stuns
pro
me, I
for
can't
Redan
shoot
full
very well,
commitment.
and that's my identity.
Have to find a way to
Loads
So
of
therefore,
them.
Breach-
Yeah,
Breach
but the
must be
problem is
insane.
they do actually
work
shoot
this
well.
phantom.
True.
Extremity will
True.
be held. The Viper Wall would be instrumental.
And you can see right now with the M80 setup as well, note that turret from Net that's watching short. So if the lurk does come behind the wall, or not so much a lurk, but rather just that, you know, silent contact that Kowalnu won't be able to know about.
Honestly, this
the
is
turret
such
will
a
give him the
common like
information,
turret
so
against
he
Viper
can
setups.
back
Like
off.
I'm shocked
mean,
you don't
looks
see
like we're headed to
fucking
just that
lineups like you do on
situation.
Icebox.
It
Killjoy
means they can
Nano
disrespect
lineup
the
to
Viper
kill
Wall
this
to some
turret.
degree and simply have one player a day,
Yeah,
allowing them to
a good
distribute
anti would have
more
that.
evenly across the map as well.
A good anti would
Don't
definitely have
someone
that.
at all.
Ags, good jump spot, just aware that the op could be there.
He heard the turret go off early.
Nice
Just
shot
get
by
out.
Koala.
Just get out. You're
Tailwind
ulting.
away after he caught Snow's
The
in.
Killjoy ulting. Just
Cloudburst is
why are we
covering
flooding the
right
side?
But he doesn't know Delsey. He's already made his way into hell. Maurice has pushed up, but very low.
Okay, we're fine.
Remember, this is an eco for Reta, and yep, we have a player caught.
Bruh.
Xander, what on earth
Bruh.
is my guy doing?
Frankly, Reta don't have the
Bro saw 3 when it said 2.
Now, poor Nags just trying his best with the little classic, but doesn't really stand up to the Vandals, the Jotun. A little bit of a mismatch. Reta are going to come into this round with a couple ultimates.
That's
right
merchant.
there is the experience of M80.
He wants his own ult back.
Is exactly what they need to counter this Viper. It is just perfect preparation from them. Simple,
I'm very confused by this
so
Team Liquid
effective.
coach signing.
Just gives Koalas
Wasn't this guy
so much.
coaching
Yeah,
Job Life like 2 minutes ago? How is he already gone through the entire application process?
Reta are playing a slower round as well when there is a lockdown available for the Killjoy.
Am I tripping?
So they come around to A with not a whole lot of time left.
Like,
it's called
if he was
detained.
if he was coaching Job Life like literally a week ago, how the fuck does he already have a job with Liquid?
Because do you know what his team previously was called?
I guess Job Life.
Job Life. He's obsessed with his job for life. So he can do stuff that you normal men can't.
No, I'm not mad at all. Like, I'm not saying I deserve the Liquid job. I don't think I deserve a Liquid job. I just am confused. Like, was he talking to Liquid while he was coaching in Ascension? Because that seems like kind of fucked up to your team. Am I wrong?
I don't know.
Brief tack. Feeling pretty comfortable here, and Odin in the hands of BCJ.
Out of the tack timeout, also M80 realizing that Delzik had that ultimate. They were thinking they might go for a fast play with him TPing in his spawn. You could see Net.
Do I believe in M80 this time? Did I show disbelief in them before?
M80 are of the potential plans.
Or do you mean like they lost in the final last time, or they win this time?
Such a fringe
Look,
case.
get Nismo in tier 1.
Unreal.
How old's Nismo?
They're ready for it. It never came. Delzik still has that option later on, but Nagzed is very, very low after that first little tussle we saw.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true,
but nothing to write home about, I'd say. He's got himself cozied up here by that garage door. Poison Orb, you're going to give the cover here to Reta to advance, and now they're in striking distance of this B side, but Xander's going to be there. 1 for 1. Rolling Thunder comes out just as Reta were trying to hit the side, and they've taken a
Come on, Nismo. I'm trying to big you up, man.
Breach impact, question mark.
Back to the site. He's waiting for that contact, but doesn't see it. Gets off the angle before Maurice crosses. So it's still 4 for Reta standing now in this post plant. There's an Odin, there's an
that was a good try with the shrug dart. Oh, 18 HP. Winnable.
It's BCJ versus Nagzed, and he is so low.
Oh, BCJ. Lost the one before.
Oh my goodness.
On that one. Thought you might ult.
That retake was so fast from M80.
Keep the Odin out.
It was a 3 versus 4,
just
and
keep
they
the
just
Odin
got
out.
in there with full confidence, running through the Viper's molly that was in front of them as well. You could see Nismo was vulnerable in that situation. I mean, man, if that Rolling Thunder had come just a second.
God, imagine if he popped ult backside. That would have been so funny.
Fun fact, and this is like a little bit niche, and I don't know how much of a difference it really makes, but obviously the coach of this team is Vincent Schopenhauer, known as Happy, was a CS legend. And he was someone who habitually ran over mollies when he played. Because it would, the timing of it now, and this happened in CS, but like it was noticeable because of how often Happy did it to try and catch off timings. And I wonder to what degree that's been imparted on
BCJ carried fraud cryo.
Occasionally. And it really does catch people off.
That's
You're so
crazy
conditioned to expect people to respect the molly entirely.
It definitely caught them off there.
They did have second. Oh, fuck my life. Did have second in cryo. Look, I mean, BCJ. Oh no, we're back in.
But just taking
Every
that
time
of bullets from the Odin, which is in the hands of BCJ.
If EG kept BCJ, they would have won the treble.
Stop that attempt to lurk down short.
That is a strange one, isn't it? That most people don't consider. The BCJ was on that EG team. Got replaced by King of the Wall. And many people, myself included, thought at the time BCJ was their best player.
Yep. Many people are saying it.
Many people.
At least Okay, get some honor back for the rest of his team, but
winnable.
Oh, come on. I mean, this feels
That's so
like it should
cursed
be a
picking up a
2v1 when
judge.
BCJ is just sat there with the goddamn brass beast, just actual
Now he's going
Team
aggressive.
Fortress 2 heavy gameplay.
Oh,
Which-
I mean,
needed first shot.
it's very dirty when you get advantage.
Now
notice of
EU
the
is
team
carrying
inside. Now,
Cryo.
there's a smoke there. That doesn't really
Do you
affect
think with
BCJ's
Astro at
judging.
5
That's why the
stars
audio
she'll
is so
end
good.
up highest
No, you
win
can't
rate
swing out in the open
controller
and
for
try and
Haven
crouch play.
again?
That's very risky,
That's a
but
good
you
question
know,
on
even on the B
Toaster.
side,
See,
you have a
there
couple
are
lineups,
the
just
interesting
nail the
things about
corner.
Astra.
Penetration
When I
rate
was
from
doing the
that
win
weapon is
rates with
courageous.
Astra with 5 stars,
Yeah, the Odin is
Astra dominated
really
Haven,
made of
even though
presence
Omen was
in
picked more.
challengers
And yet on
specifically in
Split,
Haven, honestly.
Astra was picked more, but Omen
You can give some
dominated
credit to
Split.
Seven for that on the
Yep, I
playoffs
remember that.
run.
So that'll be
It's
interesting
really
to see if
started to
that
make a
plays
splash
out
in the
again.
scene. I mean, obviously,
Again,
the
every
company is
single
just
year that I've done it,
insane.
Omen has always won Split,
Standard.
but Astra was better on
Actually,
Haven.
the one with
So
the
yeah,
operator
maybe.
rate
Well,
was
that'll be interesting to see, because if
80
things like that
and
to me are
aggressive
interesting,
round
that
into
even if the game has
something they
evolved now
haven't
and you're
done
still
yet, so
seeing the
Xander,
same agents like
Seasight,
win,
Seasight
especially in like
on
straight
the
head-to-heads like
weapon.
Astra v Omen, right, where it's
Someone
like,
who has intentions of
you know, it's
pushing
the same
down
role
these
always, similar
Barrage.
comps a lot of the time.
Ready to
You know,
support
pretty
Yeah.
much just head-to-head. Like that will be interesting.
Has an inkling
I think it
about
makes
so.
sense.
Reda have not moved up
Like,
past the line of scrimmage at
Omen,
all, and I like that. Cute
The
idea
one ways
with
are super good on
the
Split.
turret there.
Yeah, and that's
the
what I
Paradise-
always thought. Like,
Paradise also really good.
yeah, a good Omen map
Door with
is
mattresses, whatever he can find,
heavy. You know,
2x4s,
if are there
name
many
it.
good one-ways? And
And
on
that does force
Haven
Corner
there
to
are
move back out
some,
of
right?
the
Like
fight.
some of the
Still,
post-ban ones, but
covering
they're
that
not
C-bomb.
easy.
Gonna play cards
Yeah.
Right, like you can do post-ban ones on A and C, but they're not like easy to set up, so generally you don't get them a lot.
Yeah, I mean, Astra being a global agent on a 3-site map that's
Yeah.
really wide
Yeah.
is
Very easy, actually.
makes total sense.
Incredibly easy. Trying to work off the wall now, which
That's why
is
you
not
play
been a lot of
Astra on
success for
Abyss,
Reda,
and you
they
play it
have
on
just not
Breeze,
been
and you
able
play
to
it
deal with
on
that. Really prepared
all these
their
maps.
mollies
You just
for
think about all the
long as
wide maps you played on Pearl.
Net the load man just fighting
Of course,
aside,
Astra's
having
good
contentment,
because you can
trying
reach
to
the
maybe
entire
get that
map
one pick,
instantaneously.
just to stay alive. More importantly, some decent damage on the snow on the entry. Less than half.
Who won in a TSM match? Reply, not TSM.
Keep an eye out for that one. He has backed up to spawn, and we're going to let it rip here. This is purely speculative, though. No real concrete information to play off of, and Muri's is able to sidestep it.
This is tough
Trailblazer
now.
comes
This is,
out,
this
you
is
will
the
confirm
old
that,
good
yeah,
luck.
They're trying to retake.
Yep.
Good luck 4v5
This is the
against
old
survivors.
Saberoonie. Send the op to the other side of the map. Don't even try it.
Well, it's round 11 and you have money, so they might as well try. But they ain't gonna win.
It's not gonna go well.
And finally, M80 are brought down. Normally,
No,
don't really
M80
wanna
did
retake
not
on that A side.
ascend.
That is kind of why the Viper Pit really tilts things in this LATAM squad's favor.
I like
Yeah,
the
they just got
attempt
relegated
from
this year. That's why they're
M80
playing
to
this, right?
Drop down Koala with the shorty. That was all pretty nice, but at the end of the day,
G2 did too well, so M80 got sent back.
coming out of heaven.
I'll be interested.
Difficult to
Next
come out
year,
of
the
small
Ascension
side
tournaments
as well.
obviously
I
will be
mean,
very interesting.
regardless of where
The
you're
only
going,
thing is,
you're
if they're
dealing
pushing
with
it
that
back
pit and
to,
dealing with
if they're pushing
players
champs back to what? Like, what
crosshairs
did they say?
trained on those
October?
Tiny choke
I think
points to
so.
come through.
So Ascension then
Too easy for Reda, who
will
still
be
have a
in
big ultimate in that
November.
lockdown for the final round. BCJ, Hunter's Fury, nowhere to be
The
found.
thing is,
so
isn't that
it's a
strange to have it
natural
in
counter to
November and
that.
then the league season will start in
Not available for
January
M80,
again? It's not very long to
I
kind
found
of
it. It was past Muri's
settle in.
here.
You know what I mean?
All right, there
Yeah,
it is.
it doesn't give you very much time to like
Always
find
so.
2T players either.
So good. Snozino is up on the corner here already. Very quiet game for.
It is kind of
the duels
difficult to
to
know
Reza.
when you should have it,
That was a
to be
great
honest.
open though against net. Can he turn it?
I
into
mean, we'll
something
see how
else?
it works.
It's
But it'll be
quietly
interesting to
just
see
shut
anyway,
down
because
its
you'll
long
know the
presence.
tier 1
So
team
all
so
Reda
be.
contained now inside garage.
Yep.
And BCJ's
And you'll be
coming for him.
rooting for or against those teams, I feel like. You know, whereas now it's kind
Yeah.
of just like a bit like,
Do they
oh,
expect
random.
Wrapped on them? Absolutely not. Xander only good for one, but they confirm spike location. That leaves Snowscene in a solo position. Net is already low. He's definitely softened him up, so it's a simple thing to swing out and
Oh,
finish the
nice
job here.
koala.
That
Sorry.
correction vertically downward, filthy.
Woo!
And Koala Noob sticks
The one
landing.
knife.
It's a perfect 10 for
Nice
the
shit,
judges.
Koala.
And
The
Snowscene's
one
rushed up
knife.
to the ER.
There's definitely been a little bit of a jet diff to start this game off. I mean, listen, a lot of players on M80 are hitting right now. They are.
Wait, is
really
BCJ 15
controlling
and
the
3?
map.
Did I just see that?
Perfect time to push down on these flanks. They've done it multiple
And you told him
times.
not to ult.
When Nags dies, they've exploited that heavily. Nags dying there is tragic.
He looks
too,
a bit
because of
strange with a beard.
the aforementioned lockdown that was not able to be used.
I hope he keeps growing
But a
out. I want
dominant
to see him
half
with
from
a
M80,
giant ass
firmly in
beard.
control of the game.
Licky,
Like the
licky,
better
licky.
team right now, no doubt. The macro
fucking
play.
boss.
Do I like
He's
M80's
just
jersey?
fantastic.
It's all right.
So ready to deal with this composition that gave Rita a really
you know, they've got kind of an
13-5
interesting
against
color.
TSM
I
just
personally
yesterday.
don't love highlighter yellow. Is it yellow or green? Tennis
It's
ball.
definitely greenish. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those
And
tennis
frankly,
ball colored, whatever it
M80
is.
have
Not a
they've
massive
had
fan of
enough
that
games,
color, but
you know, domestically, right? We've definitely
it's
seen
interesting.
unique.
Yes,
here
but
and
yeah,
there,
it's
but by and
unique.
large, they've been the most solid, most consistent team.
What do you think about their
we've seen in
rebrand?
Americas, and they've really kind of seen
I'm
it
not
all.
a fan of the
You know,
logo.
we're talking about edge case
personally.
situations like Delzik trying to TP into their spawn on
But again,
A.
I feel
They're
like
ready
with
for it.
their color and stuff, like
There
I
are
feel
so
like
many of these
with their
situations
colors,
in
it'd be
big
better to
position
have a
forward,
black
it's hard to
jersey
take
with
them
the
by surprise.
highlights.
Now, we saw the
1
pace of
trillion
Fortnite
percent.
yesterday definitely put pressure
1
on them.
trillion
Definitely
percent. That
forced
way,
some
no.
errors out of them. But Reta, in games especially where Snowzine is not able to get out to a lead,
Then it
to
actually
feel
looks
himself,
kind of
to get
cool because it's
confident,
just like the
they look
highlights
like they
of the
flounder a
jersey
lot.
as opposed
They're
to being the
unsure of
whole
where to
thing.
be, and they're getting caught out in neutral territory, right? 2 players wrapped on them in that last round. Xander's
Only
able to
stupid
get a kill,
dum-dums would
over
call
by
it, say
Garrett.
it's green. It's
BCJ also
definitely
able to,
yellow.
you know, take a frag over there.
I mean, I agree.
This
I
is a team
think.
that is
Wait,
sort of
do I
dithering
agree?
between sites on this map,
Yes.
unsure where to
Tennis
go
balls are
because
yellow.
You've got Xander on C, honestly containing them more on that round. Koala Noob with the operator.
Is it yellow green or green yellow? That's the real
It's
question.
yellow green.
All right,
Tennis
getting
balls
back
are
into
yellow.
the game now. Always feels silly to say, but this is a
Beard
must-win
CJ
round
kind
for
of hard.
The first seed from LATAM, 1-1 right now in the standings. Beating M80
Just imagine if he
one of
goes
the toughest
bald
teams to
too.
beat
15
in
God,
the
if he
game
went
as
bald, that would be
It
fucking
would be
sick.
excellent for their chances of getting into the playoffs. Being one
Kind
of
of
those
rude
top
to wish
4
that on somebody.
teams.
No, I don't mean like him going bald. I mean him fucking shaving his head and
The
fucking
youngsters
just
from Reta
embracing
having a muted outing.
a bald head.
The lowest
DMV,
fragging
yeah,
player
it's
on
kinda
M80
toxic,
with the
though.
combined frags of them. Always a bit of a hard pill to swallow.
And yesterday it was Snowzine who was dominating TSM. Went plus 20 something overall for the series. Right now, really struggling to find his footing on their map pick as well.
Oh, they're gonna see this. Okay, now you understand and fight. No 2 ways about it. Red up take a bit of a gambit playing up so close, but all this util
The
is gonna make
EG
it
classic with a
impossible
snake on it.
for Delzik to find an edge. Now Viperwall goes up and M80 say, that's fine, we've taken our pound of flesh, we'll go elsewhere with our business.
I
It's
love when
just
players
so
do stuff
simple.
like
I mean,
that.
this is lovely from M80. They insert Nismo into Cubby's C-Long. He contains that side of the map, watches for the push.
Ooh, Xander's got the Zeta.
They go to
He's got a Z
feign that they're going back
gun buddy
to
on
A.
his.
You know, they collected all those
I like
kills,
it.
which is great, but they would have ended in this same fashion, no matter how that situation
EG
played
classic with
over
a
there.
snake.
It just so happens that the Silver Drone catches out all 3
That's so
players.
good.
They're able to boom them by swinging together.
Okay,
It's just
4v2.
a nicely set up round and
I'll
executed
come and help net, bro.
exactly as intended when they drew it up.
Never mind. He's fine.
And this should really be a matter of course right now, folks. Suter. Again, like we mentioned, on the Viper on this map, giving rid of that double controller look, but
Should be unlosable.
it's been hard to see the Viper will gain too much value for them. Only 4 rounds coming out of that first half. And eventually he
Firing
has to
squad.
face the music. And it's
Cool.
discordant, hurts his ears, but he's got other things to worry about now as Reta falls.
Should
to a
be good for M80 now.
5-round deficit here on Hayden.
Feels like the entire Reddit team is going to be facing the music here in a second. Might have to take that mental reset and head
This
into
one might
Lotus.
be
I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but
might be
M80
one for M80.
firm control this
Yeah.
entire game, man. They look like they're just on a totally different
M80 2G
tier.
final. That's my pred. But then again, you never
Yeah,
know.
coming
Like
out of that first half, right? Couple of close
sometimes
rounds,
it's like in these
3
tournaments.
Ps in those
Sometimes
first
you know,
rounds,
like
some
EG,
volatility maybe,
EDG, where
seen on both
you come in with a
sides.
certain map pool, and then all of
But
a
now
sudden
it's
you
really
just
starting to
find
even out
yourself
as
like,
M80
oh shit, all of a
get to
sudden we're
dictate
good
the
at
pace of
fucking
play now as attackers,
sunset.
Right.
A nice
and they
one.
read
Say,
them
oh shit.
beautifully in that previous round. And Reta had no
If you
choice
just
but to
find that
push
you're pretty
past
good at
the
it, all of a
Elder and I
sudden,
guess try
and
to take a fight. It seems awful as well.
You go
I'll
from
wait
there.
for them.
They did lose a second round as well.
M80
That's kind of
thrown
crazy.
That outlaw over to Koala Noob on round 2. They love to do that, win or lose.
Didn't they
rounds.
come back and
Something
immediately
they
thrifty
love
them
to
again,
lean
though?
into.
No.
Or
Trusting
am
their
I not
duelists
remembering that correctly?
No,
with those long-range
they got
stealth
close.
weapons that
It's a close
he's really
round 3, but
made a name for himself with over the years.
all nights will be winning the tournament.
Always kinda
It'd be
teetering
cool.
as one of those
Like in a
duelists
way, it would.
in the
I
tier 1 scene.
I'm a bit
Has
afraid
just been a
for
part of
America's
this M80
ascension that it'll
core
just
fully
be
committed
NA
to
teams winning
sticking
all the
together,
time.
ascending
Yeah.
together as a unit.
That wouldn't be great.
Yeah, I agree.
Paranoia. Maybe not what they were hoping for there.
But I
at the
think-
Xander, but VCJ comes in and cleans their clocks. Suter able to find just the one. And Snowzine with his characteristic.
At the same
foresight
time,
of the
having organizations like
Marshall
G2
here
and
has to try and
M80
create an
in,
opportunity, but that is
in the
just-
VCT is
well, frankly, it's
probably a
impossible,
good thing,
at this point.
considering
he will just simply always have.
Yeah, like they both probably
on the
could have been
situation.
VCT
Season he's obviously scoped
yeah,
in, so there's
exactly.
no chance to interact
like,
with
in
that.
terms of size and
Fighting there would
how
be
well
falling.
they run and stuff.
Shocked out will be hitting pretty bloody hard.
I can't particularly see M80 being the team to give him even a millimeter in a situation like this. They will just not be peeking this man. Nismo is going to fault line and then beyond the run.
I do wonder the
his
reasoning
weapon.
of G2 going into Americas. Like I'm curious like why.
The perish of the spike.
There must be some numbers that they've seen that make them think that Americas is a better market, but I'm really curious.
Well, the Americas just get way more
It'll be
viewers.
about their best chance here to try and break back into the game, and losing this one.
Certainly than EMEA, yeah, that is true. It's like double the viewership.
M80 are just here to win
in the actual
they
league.
are not messing around at all. Doesn't matter. We're in a 3 versus 1. We're dominating.
Have I talked about the debate?
We're going to continue dominating it by playing.
They're eating the dogs. That's all I have to say.
Just not throwing away a single
That's
thing.
one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
Ranked moments, for lack of a better
They're eating the cats.
No, I mean that's M80 for you, right? Pretty stable. In fact, their map pick coming up next, Lotus, is one of the maps where they've been a little sketchy at times domestically, especially as it likes like TSM.
Oh, we get to see that Lotus. Fuck yes. Oh, you're dead. Oh, yeah, you're dead. We get to see that fucking Lotus. Let's go.
It's not on the same level right now.
Unless they've changed it.
If they've changed it, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. Yeah, play your triple sentinel. You don't, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind.
Their second last likely gun round.
They're doing transgender operations on illegal aliens.
Going to be the order. And they aren't even bothering. Hold on to those weapons. A 3-gun save for Reta.
Yeah,
Fear of God well and truly instilled in the defenders.
And this is one of those sad, drawn-out
Reta look like they have concepts of a plan.
Yeah, Reta do look like they've got concepts of a plan.
At a snail's pace. It's just over.
I'm gonna be saying that. I'll say that in a VOD review. I'll write that down one day to say at some point. This team looks like they have concepts of a plan.
I mean, you should do it soon while it's still irrelevant talking, like, soundbite.
No, I think I should do it in 9 months and see if anyone notices. And then I'll just sneak in there as well. They're eating the dogs.
You gotta hope that Sky's in the meta or Fade.
Yeah,
a team that have been able to shut down star players a lot over it.
And then the Sky, and then the Sky's gonna dog out, and they're eating the dogs.
This chamber is just eating the dogs every round. It looks like he has a simple concept of a plan, but not a real good one.
You should get a cast to do it. Oh, we definitely should see if Sideshow will say that they're eating the dogs at some point in the next season.
They were just sending it.
100%.
Brennan Sideshow would definitely say they're eating the dogs.
That's
totally different class tier that M80 are in. I mean, this is just beyond the level of Reta right now.
And here's the problem. Reta's next matches are up against All Knights and then Galleries. Neither of those teams looking like pushovers. Frankly, I think Reta are underdogs in both of those games, despite their showing up against TSM. Seeing how far All Night pushed M80, really put them under some pressure. And Galoris, who've been...
Is Nax the same player who's on crew? Yes. So was Delzik.
Forward for this number one seed from the LATAM region.
Delzik was in the original crew, right?
Rocky, you name it.
Yeah, the 2021 Champs Gambit crew.
Yeah, at this point, do you really want to play against Dante? I'm not particularly. I think he's the one.
Yeah, this Dante kid looks fucking insane.
Like to avoid most
by the way,
at the moment in this tournament, if I'm being honest. We're out of the timeout, are trying to be the team taking control of the map, pushing towards a Nag set. At least with that nice first kill and the second, puts a team in position for a good retake attempt. 4-on-3.
Forcing. Why is that Jet
not ideal, but not terrible. BCJ's Hunter's Fury could be the crux of a round win.
Oh no, we saved him.
80 on map point, match point.
Gotten rid of the breach though, so that
like the
to disrupt in the post plant no longer available to M80.
Oh, needed that one.
From the attackers. Yep, catches Suta. Would have even the odds if Maurice had not peered in, found net. Smoke to the away rather to the back of the site here.
That's great.
There was smoke there, brother. There was smoke. And now Xander steps out.
You got shock darts, 2 shock darts.
Gets down to 5. BCJ can check
BCJ should never lose this.
All the utility could ask for.
He's kind of
as well.
overthrowing utility.
This is clever, but he's running out of time.
I guess
he just can't.
Nope.
Can he even get there?
No, he got the kill, but
he
it
had
is ultimately irrelevant.
He had it.
Perishing to the spike.
12-4.
BCJ clutching up another round.
MAT looking pretty good.
I believe.
Imagine him with like a full-on like Hagrid beard. How sick would that be?
Player, player that's had
I think you're asking a lot of like,
at international
a 20-something to do that.
Lands. Back with X that hadn't had a chance to.
As someone in their 30s
couldn't find a spot on a team.
Dude, I can't grow a good beard, and half of it's blonde, so it looks way patchier than it actually is. It's not good. Trust me, I've tried.
See him back playing at the top level, 22 for 10 right now, just casually
half my beard hair is like brown, and the other half is
that
blonde.
Copy paste about you don't remember a BCJ kill because I don't really remember them, but he's getting a lot of them.
And Uncle Nismo looking like passenger princess right now. He's chilling. He's got the util. He's setting up the boys, and BCJ coming in and absolutely disrespect Reta. So much so that one's going in the book of grudges. They're all their progeny, their whole line of ancestors have declared a feud against.
I might have to make a sub alert. They're eating the dogs just to fucking remind me.
Presence made on C by M80 as Koala Noob just
to let it live on in infamy.
The space down
you
there,
absolutely
sure no
should.
Peeking down long. And aware of that, M80 attempt to just silently walk up, contact, take that space, and get in position for the full execute as the smokes go down.
Oh, nice. Oh, hello.
The shot he needed to make.
Oh my god.
Koala Noob eventually though shames him, pulls out the shorty and goes to work. It's suited with the Guardian trying to hang on, but Nismo finds his head with the classic. And that's a
There's also
down.
they're executing babies.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
pretty rough.
and Delzik. True competitors of yesteryear. Multiple champions appearances for both of these players. Looking for a way back to that level of play. Have run into the brick wall that is M80. Nags then tries to open it up. He's found two. It's going to be Xander in the corner. Nags is low, but Delzik is much healthier. Xander can find one, and now we can turn on this. He went for the classic Unreal.
What?
The ultimate disrespect.
That's crazy.
Xander takes the Glock and stuffs it down his throat.
Make it 100-month award so we'll forget in 4 years. Just like a crazy amount of time it just comes up with. They're eating the dogs. That would be fun. If I'm still streaming or if I'm still alive. Let's be honest.
I mean, to be honest, I bet if you had "they're eating the dogs" as your sub alert, you'd get more subs because people would want to hear it. It would be funny.
True. True, that is funny. So the Team Liquid coach has been announced.
It was the Antimonium or whatever his name is. You know, the guy who like is right every single time he announces something, pretty much.
Yeah. He said
Alejandro Gomez, is that his name?
Yeah. Who is MAT's IGL? It's BCJ, right? Or is it Xander?
It's Xander.
It's Xander? Over your boy, Big Cock Johnson. I guess he can't top Craig and Cole.
Big Glock Johnson.
Oh, is there an... Have I got another connection up? Let's fucking go. Let's just do it now. Beetlejuice. Zip. Pep. You go do your spreadsheet. Enjoy it.
Don't tell me what to do.
Stuff I already did. Zip. Pep. Energy. Focus. Not even close. Volkswagen Beetle, Ford Focus. Is that what it is? Car names? Honda Civic. What's the other one? don't know what the other car is, but I think it's that. Because, I mean, you could call a car anything, couldn't you? Zip would be a good name for a car. It's one away, so it is that. Volt is a car, someone said on YouTube. So it is. Zip is a good name for a car, though. Oh, it's beans, isn't it? Give some life to it. How is it not that, man? What? They've got me twice with that. Oh, cow, beans, Jack, giant. Jack and the beanstalk. Refer. Tenant. Level. Pep. Is it just Zip, Juice, Energy, Life? Oh, so it is that. Just palindromes featuring E. And then what I thought anyway. Vitality, but just there's a fuck ton of words in there that could also be vitality. Vitality! Vitality! La 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 la. Let's do the GeoGrid game. Vitality. Starts with a C. Flag with stars. Sun. Comoros. Flag with stars / sun. Borders 2 to 3 countries. Which one is it? Is it Kyrgyzstan? How the fuck do you spell this country? Fuck, that's wrong. Is it not that has the sun? Does it not border enough countries? Uruguay, I guess? Argentina? Or Uruguay? Bottom 20 in population density. Population density. Bottom 20. So low population density, I'm guessing. With a star or a sun in it. So what's a big country, basically, that doesn't have many people? Mongolia? Kazakhstan? Kazakhstan has quite a lot of people, but it's quite big. Yeah. Well, Canada doesn't have a fucking flag or with a star or sun. I'll come back to that though. Let's do these first. In Africa starts with C. Could have gone on Comoros again. But I'll go for your boy Chad. Why not? Got to. Borders 2 to 3 countries in Africa. Let's go Burundi. Not many people think of Burundi. Drives on the left. Starts with... Why is it always drives on the left? I don't know who drives on the left. Who drives on the left? Not Canada. Not Australia or New Zealand. They don't begin with C. Fuck. Chad, Chile. Do they drive on the... I would doubt that Chile drive on the left. That would not make much sense. Where do they drive on the left? Borders 2 to 3 countries. Drives on the left. Drive on the left. Do they drive on the left in South Africa? Do they drive on the left in India? Where's Kid when you need him? Oh, the British Indian Ocean Territory. So if I can think of something like that, I'm gonna go India. Fuck, they don't drive on the left. Fuck. But drive on the left starts with a C. I just need to think of like something. I mean, type in C. I just need to think of like a British colony. I can't get the British Virgin Islands. No. Not the Falklands or the South Sandwich Islands in South Georgia. Fuck, what other colonies do we have? The Cook Islands. But they don't border countries, though. Most of them will be islands that won't border countries. Well, the UK borders Spain and Ireland. Oh, fucking hell. Well, here we go. Let's test this. I guess you've got fucking Gibraltar on here as... Yeah, fuck off. In Africa, bottom 20 in population. Right, I'll just tell you what I would have gone for. Flag with star sun, I would have gone Kazakhstan here. In Africa, bottom 20 in population density. I'm going to say Algeria. Which is wrong, apparently. Drives on the left, bottom 20 in population density. I don't have a fucking clue. I'm just going to try another one of this. In Africa, bottom 20 in population density. If it means the most dense, by the way, that's like the correct density, I'm going to be fucking pissed off. DRC, but they got a lot of people in DRC. Let's try Libya. Libya was correct. Namibia was correct. Gabon is somehow correct. Oh, Greenland's fucking on there. Wait, that's a star. I mean, that's crazy. That's the sun? What? Kazakhstan was the most popular answer there. Australia, of course. That one's actually pretty obvious, isn't it? Drives on the left. Malaysia drives on the left. Cyprus drives on the left. Did not know. Cocos Island. I've never even heard of them. Hong Kong. Makes sense. Hong Kong borders 2 to 3 countries, does it? Niue. Good one. I mean, who would ever get that? Right, who drives on the left? So yeah, that was just all fucking Cayman Islands, Christmas Islands, Cocos Islands, Cook Islands, Cyprus. Bangladesh, right, I need to get these to memory. Bangladesh, Bhutan, Cyprus, Eswatini, Guyana, Hong Kong, Indonesia, Macau. So Indonesia and Malaysia, yes. Hong Kong, Guyana, of course. See, Eswatini does. So, what? How's the Eswatini South Africa border? I thought South Africa. What? And what was this? What's in the bottom 20? The Falklands are in the bottom 20 for population density. I mean, there's not many people there, but the Pitcairn Islands, Niue, Guyana, Australia. I mean, fucking hell. Western Sahara, CAR, Libya, as I thought. Mauritania was going to be another one I thought about playing. I was just thinking, like, what's a lot of desert? You know? Western Sahara, it's in the fucking name, isn't it? Are we back?
Being able to reset your mental completely and come.
Tough one, though. Yeah, it's not all. It's not just countries. It's like any territories. It's just any place that's kind of separate. That's why I put UK, but they put Gibraltar separate because like the United Kingdom and all of its territories. Does it only border Spain? Are there any others that border places, or is it just islands? I think it might just be islands. But I'm sure there's some that do. Who do I play when I play ranked? I mean, I don't play ranked that much, to be honest. I'd rather play Throw City like I did earlier today, where we played Astra, Viper, Omen, Yoru, Fade, and almost won on Ascent. But I normally play Viper. I mean, I want to play Astra now, to be honest. I've always enjoyed Astra, but, you know, she just wasn't that good before, in ranked at least. So yeah, Viper, Astra. I play Breach, even though I know Breach, you know, pro play wise, bad win rate, but I still find Breach quite interesting to play. Or, you know, I'm pretty decent at Breach. Whatever the next initiator is, I'm going to play that. I'm going to make, because it's an initiator, so it has to be good. And then I'm going to play it. Oh, it bought us 2 to 3 countries. Fuck, yes, of course. Why? I was like 2 or more. Why did I think that it was not just 2/3? Fucking hell, I'm just fucking dumb.
Okay, they're not down bad. This now Zenith smiling, even though he didn't have a great first map. Like the vibes definitely are not in the dumps. It's not like they're freaking out, they're stressed out. Like, no, they're keeping it chill. They're keeping their hands nice and warm.
Who's the last bad initiator? I mean, in ranked, I don't think there is one. KO's hard to use, but if you like really mastered KO. Gecko on release, well, bad is too strong. Gecko was okay. But obviously got a bit better. I wouldn't say Gecko was bad on release. I say he was, because the thing is, like, the initiator like level is quite high, right? Like, as I say, pretty much all of the initiators are pretty decent. So Gecko on release to me was like okay. But because everyone else was, like, already pretty good, it meant that, like, you're just below the line. The thing is, Gecko always had potential. Like, when they just made the orb stuff 1 second, like, you know, it's just a game changer in terms of... Yeah, and Sky was OP, so it was like, why would you not just play Sky? Ooh.
I mean, guess what? They're gonna change it once again, Roy.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. They're not attached to their previous meta, and now we're going into a Yoru. That is not something that we see very often.
Why did they change it? I mean, I like the Yoru Lotus, but why the triple sentinel?
A composition popularized by
why must they go back to the breach?
M80s will not be ready for.
Tough.
Keeping a little bit of the same on the side of Reta, but
it's fine, they're way better than their opponents. But Yoru, show me this. This is always an idea I've been interested in.
Yeah. Lotus has
been change up here for M80.
Not one of my
Lotus
favorite Yoru maps,
in the past,
but I think it's decent for sure.
Anytime maybe a composition that had a bit of an expiration.
I think with the Yoru, you just have to have enough good ideas. That's the main thing.
I don't know what to say. I hope Reta didn't
enough different shit.
Long nights
to where people can't figure out, but especially when it's a first game of Euro and they can't, like, they don't know what you're gonna do.
Whatever they did to prep for that,
I think it should be pretty good.
Out the window. And Roy was talking about it, but M80 love to switch things up. Snozine,
good damage.
Starting this map as he finished the previous, sadly.
Now M80 passed through here with a 0.04 rating. It was brutal. Absolutely was shut down.
Wait, that's on VLR. What his rating was? 0.04. Holy shit, that's tough.
For the Copers out there.
Who was that?
I now read it will be getting in the position to retake all from upper here.
On the last map,
yeah. Good call, I think.
That's a tough.
And he'll be there to catch anyone who tries to surge up in that.
Did he have any kills?
He had a couple of kills.
Over towards A main. Reese's gonna try.
I think they were
spotted out. Little jiggles there from Nismo. Yield the information. He was low though. It ends up being a trade, and it's happening with that one. Delza gets on the side here.
-6 on first kills, first deaths.
To flash briefly.
BCJ again, 1v1.
BCJ versus Nagzet. That is an annoying
nice
that pings Nagzet out. Oh, it's so nasty. Brought down to 74. One shot that will do it. That's all Nagzet needs to do, and he cannot.
Well played, Mr. Big Cock.
Once again, delivers a smackdown.
Popping that early, like fast popping that was so good.
End around in a 1v1 against the big guy. He's 3 for 3 now in 1v1 clutches.
Against the big guy.
So consistent, so good today.
Like, that's the kind of Wyatt commentary I would want.
Finally, an opportunity to show it again.
Yeah.
Calling BCJ the big guy.
I am just trying to see what this Yoru is going to do, man. I have never seen Yoru in a competitive match of Lotus in my life. Koala Noob's Yoru, though, is so sick. You kind of associate, and not even kind of, you definitely associate Jet as the Koala Noob agent.
That's tough. We buy light shields into an outlaw. Tough.
Against M80, you gotta expect Koala Noob to have the outlaw in round 2.
This is
Valorant. But Yoru has actually been statistically by far.
Roman the Gentleman, thanks for the 13 months.
In 2024.
Yeah, he plays a good Yoru. He's like one of the first players I've seen at any level that plays a good Yoru.
And gate crash back to the rest of his team. So it's going to be 4 players. A delayed 5th, of course, with net coming in. Hitting this side for Reta. That's a scary prospect. But nice little spot there on the corner.
Got locked in.
The hot foot. Snakebite comes down.
And the door opening, they're in trouble.
He gets brought down, but
that was a nice response from Reta, yeah.
They should be okay now, though.
He doesn't go for the
they can't get any guns either, so they still should be fine.
Could be a bit of danger here as Mariz tries to creep his way back in. Really the only person on Reddit that was kind of putting up some numbers on that first map. Really experienced Brazilian player. Way back in, good shot from Snow.
Not bad. Xander here. Little peaks frustrating him there by Mariz. There's still the issue of the defuse for Mariz and that.
If you die, we're in trouble.
Down on slope.
Holy shit.
Xander just trying to soften him up.
Hit that shot challenge. Hello.
It's labored. It's dragged out, but eventually the result is the same. M80 take that second round. Keep the outlaw in hand as well. Going into the next. Opened up, of course, by Koala Noob over on that A side. Dragging the extra player in, taking one down.
A fair bit of damage. Where it will be somewhat content.
What's your sensitivity, DMB?
What is my sensitivity?
So long as they can.
Are you a wrist aimer or like a full arm aimer?
One shot or
definitely wrist
from Koala Noob.
What is my sensitivity?
Pay attention to some of this early gate crash placement, some of the idea there from him.
Off the top of my head, I genuinely can't remember.
Towards C.
I haven't changed it in such a long time. But I don't even know.
Actually on light armor, but it's Xander with the outlaw, Koala Noob with the Vandal, and the dimensional drift already on their bonus round. That's an opportunity to really get the ball rolling.
1.5 minimum.
And Koala Noob has 2 kills, so you best believe he's been making sure those orbs have been going the right way. Trip tested there. Xander aware, of course, as the Prowler made his presence known. Mariz is very quickly gone and snapped up that Odin. Some prods here from M80. They are
I think it's around 800. 0.35.
Okay, now sends a little bit too far there. Snoozy was waiting for him, and the alarm bot definitely gave him advance warning. That's scary. He's no cops a glancing blow.
Online already round 3. Pretty significant for Reddit. It's so good towards that A side. I mean, the way it dominates.
I mean, I was playing Minecraft the other day, and my brother was like, why is your sensitivity so low? Like, it's not Valorant, you're playing Minecraft. And I was like, I'm just so used to it. It's like,
yeah.
Doing so much.
That is wild. The damage on Nismo there as well is just going to fall to the Snakebite in the end. They try and follow up because Koala Noob emerged from his dimensional drift in halls. They wanted to follow him up, but they're not aware of Sufa waiting by Waterfall.
Spike down.
Now Koala is in that 1v3. Snow's drawing an outline of him on the wall as he crosses to pick up the spike. Knows he's just got to go for it here, but he's interrupted by the satchel.
How do you pronounce this guy's name? Snuzin?
I have no idea. I just go. Snowizin.
Odin is mega powerful in that situation as well.
That's tough though. You basically just lost to a snakebite. Hey, who knew Viper go?
Nismo tripped on a banana peel on the entry, just slipped over.
He walks up through that. There might have been another nano swarm there as well because he steps into the snakebite at pretty low health.
Snoozing. You know what? Legitimately at first, because the N is a capital, I thought it was something backwards, but it's not.
Really nice job separating.
Nizwins.
Yeah.
That tip of the spear. Here's the Odin in prime Odin location.
I hope we get to see more of HFMI DZJ C9 Z7 this year.
Takes such a wide angle. That player coming out of door. Blindsided.
Tough for Roman dead.
Additional individuals for Reta.
Pretty tough now.
And they can redisperse themselves.
Basically, you're just hoping for a kill and net ult.
And ultimately see where Nagzet lies in wait. As Net will try and clear some of this Killjoy util without dying, ideally.
fall back. Noise cut, trying to retake that control on A as that makes some noise C, but just Cypher, that's not necessarily enough to convince a rotate. Mariz steadfast in the
Problem
site.
is, once you reveal this is kind of just one guy in a Cypher.
As they try to prod in. Time is ticking lower. Suits are still eyes on baby doors.
Just stick to your old comp, M80. How about that?
He's affected by that fault line now. BCJ's tries to get the drop on him. Nags are going to come in and try and reinforce though, but he's going to get caught out. Oh man, aftershock. Suit had nowhere to go really.
Razel.
So M80 now just a one-player disadvantage. They don't have upper
They
control.
won't expect the Cypher to be on A.
They are trying to maintain that baby door control, and that's what Net is playing out towards Rubble 4. So they don't have to worry about backstabs from there. There's no Viper to throw the wall back up and hide vision. So Zeno looking to make a splash, more kills already than the last map to his name. Showstopper at the ready.
Yeah, not all three of you getting in from there.
And he actually catches Nismo, who kind of wanders back into the line of fire. I mean, M80 had to get pretty close to the spike here. I think they realized there's going to be a defuse. They need to keep those weapons. And that Showstopper kill seals it.
Might.
Surprised to not really see much proactivity from M80. Just giving up full site control at
this is maybe a timeout round. Figure out whether you're buying or not.
Yeah, this felt a bit lost. I mean, it was a good start by boys Reta.
BCJ, if he
got
one kill in that situation,
getting that kill on Zender.
Nightfall 2.
And when your Omen dies,
allow a bit of an opening for
again, it's tough. It's tough when you don't play double controller and your Omen dies first.
M80 in a tough economic position. Possibly for the first time in this
that
series,
helps,
maybe the second time. I mean, what is that from Net though? Just out in the open, taps down Snazin.
And that's probably half the reason why we're seeing M80 at times just disrespect this setup here.
Never mind.
The Odin has been a problem for them. Maurice knows that the player hiding over towards Rubble, who was there last round.
You definitely wish he got that ult off.
Can they overwhelm the Fade player? Maurice unaffected ultimately by that decoy. Delzy calls
got two rifles,
albeit off angle here towards stairs.
Yeah, this is nice for Mags that with going down. Time to push out Mount. Time to take that map control. Allow the rest of his team to make a big rotate. That's exactly what they do. M80 looking to pivot, but that one way is going to stop them in their tracks. Slow down that approach towards B as well. Rada are working the map nicely right now.
Send teleport in.
M80 trapped in this A position. Herded them in.
While Noob is in on that site. Aftershock here to punish anyone playing at drop. That allows Noob to head up the stairs.
Oh,
there's not much
should be a free kill.
He doesn't have the angle to see
oh no.
He's so susceptible. He still turns around and finds a frag. Unlikely as it is. He eventually falls. Xander takes the Odin for himself. Now looks to maybe line up on a corner here. If Magzak gives him a shoulder peek, he'll be lucky to get away with.
Oh no, with that plant, Nismo has the rolling thunder now.
He's set up here. Xander though in a position who would be caught by it. Tries to move up. Oh, now he can use that rolling thunder with impunity if you so choose, I guess. Be a fault line to start with.
Gonna do?
Yeah, he's gonna bust it.
And yeah, rolling thunder, the timing, not too shabby. Does he see Shooter behind the box? Finds him, and Shooter still completes the kill.
Tough.
One bullet's all you need, apparently. And Red find their third.
God Breach sucks ass.
A risk taken by Nismo on a big swing round.
God Breach is so bad.
Such low HP.
What a bad agent.
With those players stunned up. Headshot or no from Suter.
Yeah, it's tough.
Getting some footing.
It's a tough loss, especially in a round that like was
finding their footing finally.
Very winnable at one point. Yeah, Xander just the reposition at like the worst time.
They played this round so nicely.
And then again, hold.
This is beautiful. Crispy from Net, but just asks for this.
Yeah, look at the control on the map.
I mean, this kill here from her is really.
To be fair, Koala should have secured this round.
Yeah, definitely should have got that kill.
I guess all he could see was Koala Noob's head, in fairness. There we go. Despite the disadvantages of playing from there. BCJ, a bit of a taste of his own medicine. Can't be happy with that. Some of that Odin spam chunks him down somewhat.
They just go fast C here. This should be good.
Ground control established here for M80. Now, whether it's just for the orb or for more is unclear.
You fade ult or just your ult?
Run away from that dimensional drift again, so this would get
see him. You fade on him. You get the kill on him.
Also deployed just in case Koala doesn't like the
definitely fade on him now. This is free.
Yeah.
Immediately going to be thrown down.
Hello? Fade ult?
Oh, get your gun out. Oh no, what a terrible play. Oh
he should have
no.
fade ulted so much earlier. What the fuck?
Snake bite at his feet as it was, and that makes the spike that much harder to recover here. Nice paint shells. That's a problem for Net. He's got to give up on the angle for now at 23.
Why did they not pop the fatal?
Red are stringing them together now. This is nice.
I mean, that's an unlosable round if you play it right.
Really not helping them on C. It's
that was rough to watch.
Pinging them out, sure.
And he doesn't even have his gun out either.
Struggling to get in. When the mollies are coming down, the pin is still there anyway. You know, it's not like having that extra presence if you just have the Rays going in, fighting forward. The rest of the guys are struggling. They're getting disconnected. They're taking so much damage.
Tough one. How did TSM lose to the second Brazilian team, Lemao? I mean, one, the second Brazilian team is probably the best Brazilian team now. Two, it's TSM.
That's tough.
It's like saying YF Team Liquid lost. Some of these teams.
That's even more tough.
Some of these teams, they're just not born. They're just not born to win. Also, like, this comp is kind of ass. Look, we can sit here and talk about Breach's win rate all we want. The truth of the matter is, you're playing on hard mode. M80, we're playing on hard mode. Now, look, I get it that their old comp, they probably thought, hey, these guys have had months to look at our comp. They can probably figure out what to do against it. Like, that's cool.
Keep talking like that. And we're going back to
But at the same time, they will have never scrimmed against anyone actually playing it.
For M80 on this map. Alright.
It works out a little better. But listen, it's early days. I'm not going to get too ahead of myself. M80 pivoting over towards the C site yet again. Nags has been playing well over here.
I'll find you.
But the defense is light right now. If an execute came in, it doesn't though, just a haunt. So maybe decide to peel back. Maybe going to leave a little presence here to control this side of the map, or they'll be content with that tripwire that was placed. They've got a lot of time. They want to work elsewhere. They want to keep these rotations, rather lack of rotations, coming in. Just keep this defense spread or drag them to A. But Nags,
what the hell was that?
Just takes a peek from top site. Finds the kill on Koala.
Barely gets punished for it as well. Still sitting pretty at 70. Well, Noob, got to be fuming about that, but it must be that weapon advantage giving Red a little bit more confidence here.
Go on, push water.
This gets spotted out, of course, by the Killjoy turret. Nags it pulls back so we can approach the site from halls, but
you must not always must push something.
End up on the correct site.
Pick something to push and do it.
Density.
Okay, you're gonna push CT. You're gonna telegraph that you're gonna push CT.
They might try and challenge this with a couple players off that.
45 down low.
Paranoia used by Redder to try and break it down.
I think you just wanna
one player. Still, M80 want to fight for this. Try and get value out of some of these things.
But you don't have to commit to it.
I'm out the way you'd expect it to, folks. I won't sugarcoat it. It's up to Nismo here, who is, of course, marked. And are basically awaiting his captors to put him out of his misery. That'll be Snow getting it done.
They want to close the distance in that situation. You know, fight really up.
What was the Valorant champ song this year?
Rather than just, you know,
I can't even remember it.
Yeah, it was not great.
Allow that free entry.
In my opinion,
I'm not too mad at that, but
I can't even remember.
Around perfectly.
It was the one that it was like half rap.
He's been playing well so far.
It was like a K-pop song kind of.
Oh,
like
super power. How did it go? Oh, pain is my super. Yeah. Yeah. It's not as good as bam 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 bam.
3 bomb site map.
I mean,
and you're probably
song number
a
one.
little bit concerned about the MA here, but I mean they actually have.
What are you doing to your mic?
Both attack and defense at 58. So
I'm going to standing because I've been sitting since 6 a.m. and it's now 4 p.m.
I see.
Almost 5 p.m.
Playing the comp rate to have.
My back hurts because I'm young.
That's what developed that statistic, right? With this M80 comp.
I like ticking away. It wasn't as good as the first one, but it was good. Honestly, the second one I didn't think was that easy.
No, I thought the first 3 were quite good. This last one was instantly forgettable to me.
With gate crash, but that's something to look at in 2 rounds' time. Or even more than that. Still 4.5 to play.
Snow already
my favorite champs
kills on Haven, by the way. 9 for 4.
I'm here for. Keep feeding me those.
Yeah, just struggling on map 1, but
contractually you're obligated to say ascend. But
I mean, contractually I'm obligated to say ascend win, but I was before I was on ascend, so.
dodged that around the corner. As it looks like they
I enjoyed the 2022 one.
Be a B finish. Pressure towards A, open that door, and then break through the baby door.
Istanbul.
Yeah. That's some banger games.
Xana hoping to try and follow up here and force at least Snowzine off the angle with the paranoia. That one works, allows a posting up on the corner for Xander.
Like in terms of like
watching it right now,
games wise, Copenhagen into champs. Istanbul was kind of crazy.
So just swings that with the operator.
It's like two different teams have turned up.
And the high flyers in the previous map for M80 have gone conspicuously quiet. Make it 3 for Snowzine. Not the easiest shots to make, especially in the confines of that B side.
Best champs finals, Team Liquid versus Talon in 2027.
Net now will struggle to hold on to this weapon. He does get pressed.
Who knows? Maybe it's very specific.
Things calm down just to save for the remaining 2 M80 players. No choice other than that. And that's all Snowzine. That's what he was doing.
Who's the best team in American Central? See, most people will tell you M80, but they're getting fucked right now.
But has
look a bit lost, I'm not gonna lie.
Returned to sentience on map.
I wonder how many times they've scrimmed this comp.
Great. I mean,
they've had ages to prepare those, so surely a while.
And frankly, Kualanoob is getting shut down in the last 3 rounds. First kill, first death. Tally not been kind to him. Something Yoru offers for sometimes. Yes, Nazeem's gonna have to.
Gonna win Icebox, don't worry. I mean, I would think so, but they should be winning Lotus
He's a decoy,
too.
my friend. He had no choice but to go for it there.
Yeah, respects the Prowler, and then never mind. I'm going to disrespect just a little bit. Goes right back in. Some util now gone from BCJ, and Cam going to be broken by Delzik. M80 want to get this mound control. They've definitely put a priority on it. They need to wait out.
Oh, again, they just keep dying to this.
From BCJ
this
against punished hard for it.
They got this Yoru ult again, but...
I mean, you can see that Reddick cared a lot more about the mound control this round because they did deploy that one way. They say, no, we actually want to fight for it this time instead of just giving it up and playing at the back of the side.
Can do whatever the fuck he
wants.
wants.
Was playing over at C. And that's just signal to M80. I mean, now they've been shot in the face by Arrays, they would know that, but the assignments here for the defenders were a little bit different as opposed to the standard setup for Reta. Ultra 2 rounds to their name for M80, and they don't look like they're getting another one anytime soon. Delzik mows them down, and Snowzine deals with Xander.
They're getting absolutely fucking wrecked.
And suddenly this is looking all too easy for Reta. The control of mound there was
this Snoozine guy fucking couldn't get a kill on that one. It's now 14-5. Got 3 kills in that one.
Expended both of those prowlers.
He's almost
maybe he's just a Raze player.
Much better for
maybe he's just a Raze player.
Off that line.
They forced him off the first one. They got the showstopper, I guess, but
Triple Sentinel wins this?
Yes, this was
honestly, I think so.
Flattening.
I think so.
Okay, well, mound control maintained there by Reta.
I wonder if they switched because they started on attack.
They've got to start to think that Snowzine will pounce on them if they try it again.
That's the reason they switched them. The fucking
Dimensional
Giga
Drift, third one of the half already. This is round 10. He's had 3 of them. So far, the first 2 have gone into C.
I mean, Frost does that
We're
with
going
Talon.
for it again. We're running into C.
There's different comps depending on which side they start on.
So, some positive information for Koala is that the rest of the team can get in for free, get the spike down.
Koala, does he linger here? Gatecrash, of course, will let him get out. He's hanging out.
But yeah, when you have something unique, I feel like sticking with it, even if people have seen it a bunch, is really good because nobody's actually played against it, you know? They've just seen it and they think they know how it works, but they don't actually know how it works.
And there's going to be post-plan for M80 now, but they do not want to give up the side. Note how far forward they're playing. They're not playing towards Mound. They're not playing even at the back of C.
Okay, they were more aggressive this time.
This might have caught Reta off guard a little bit. Horn cleared, and another gate crash used now. This time, Koala finally opted to get out. He feels like he's burned enough clock here, but they've left Net embedded. Like a virus, he spreads.
I feel like people should be Odining that angle from post-plant.
No, not
you know, where there's people always take that fight from like as they're running straight in from CT towards
when they have the spike down,
that front part of C.
Forward. They're trying to take presence.
It's called a bend on the map.
Fight towards waterfall, and Kualanoob with that gate crash was effective at the end there too, just drawing out some util and attention, posted up close, and then falling back and has everyone else to pick that angle up. I like that post plant setup, and I like how M80 are playing those situations in particular. It just hasn't been enough so far.
I feel like Koala Noob, though, enables him to play a little bit more that style, right? Because he has the reset button in the gate crash to kind of
right. I mean, look, if they can win the next 2 rounds, they still got a chance. But
we saw so much in Americas that, you know, a pretty standard way to fight is like you just kind of try and smoke out the middle of the site, you smoke out waterfall, and you sit in the back.
They won pistol as well.
As attackers, right? And you just sit,
they lost 7 in a row.
You TP up on the boxes, you play on the stairs, and you try and win from there. But you do let the defenders get a lot
we lose 1 round and we take an attack.
Feels almost even riskier.
Might as well
so
use
really
it in the first half.
Definitely attack
maybe?
pausing because there's been a switch up. The attitude from M80 after that round looks drastically different.
Rita just trying to ensure that they can close out this half with a couple more rounds. They could really just be in a dominant position to take us to map.
Maybe they heard something really bad, like comms.
We just did not see that coming.
Complete miscomm or something like that.
This is M80's pick. They came in with that. I mean, the bold comp.
Where is Wardell?
Just the catalyst of all this discussion, obviously, because you
just
never see Yori.
Does Wardell even play Valorant anymore?
There's a reason why, but I mean, you still have a lot of time to get back into this game. A couple more rounds here, and then whatever your defensive plans will be, we're yet to see, obviously. Max controlling mound off that one.
Oh yeah, he was stream sniping, wasn't he?
There's that prowler to make sure that no one was playing
Forgot about that.
Itself. That's some space stage for N80 early into the round.
Prowler eaten for breakfast there by Koala Noob. He pulls out. Yeah, same plays before. Cybercade.
I remember when he was dropping 35 kills a map because people didn't know how to use utility in the game.
With these shoulder peaks. Can't be punished in that same way.
That's pretty great.
In fact, they're the ones with the operator. Koala playing with that now, just hoping someone on C will expose themselves to that angle.
Yeah, the Prowler was a problem, obviously holding the operator, so he instead decided just to get out of that A side entirely. He look to repost up now. Muri still holds the Odin, so there is still definitely some threat there. I'm not really sure where to put himself here. Looks like A's not the ask. Some pressure at C, giving that option or leaving that open still, and a smoke towards upper on B. This is going to keep Rita in the dark for the time being. Snozine trying to listen out for any sort of action here. Paint shell to disrupt the plant. It's going to come too late though. BCJ might be scratched up by a little bit, and he's down to 70.
You let them back
but now M80 settle back into the post plant. And Koala Noob is set up here in Baby Door.
Everyone play offside.
Settle back, wait for this rolling thunder from Nismo to win the round out. This is a great position from Nags, though, if he times his
This is all Nags' timing.
Good.
The rolling thunder, though, comes out for the attackers. Nags is still able to find one, though. We found 2, in fact. That's big. Is it enough to turn the tides, though? Koala Noob's operator holding for contact, knows that Rita feel like they need to push on the B side to some degree. There's a defuse underway, though. Shots are coming in. Murray's withstanding them all.
Never got up it. Wow.
Axes, daggers.
Yeah, great hold also.
Just like the meme. And he protects his team's chances in the round with a defuse.
I mean, it's good from M80. You called it exactly what they were going to do.
From Koala, not the best for spamming through the
smoke.
Reddit.
It.
Massive
Nags.
Yeah, the next door tap timing was
impactful
amazing.
Player in the server for my money.
They probably also needed some of the pressure coming
the
from.
timing on that door open. They obviously expect that rolling thunder to come in.
What was it?
That is just
from Hobbit. They needed other players to be in Hobbit. They needed one more on that side.
They can't focus forward, capitalize off those players being stunned, getting those kills because they have to deal with him. He won the duels. He got a free kill as well. He's playing fantastic, KJ, right now.
And with Snowzine on his side, who's popped off so far this map, 16 and 7 coming into the round. Red have the ingredients they need to cook us up something special. Naxxed does get pinged there by the horn. Koala Noob steps up.
Stuff like this with the Yoru, right? Like, we don't, like, there should be like a very set plan of, hey, there's a guy back C and we know he's there. Like, how do we enter? Let's just like, we just TP on our own and just take a blind 1v1.
Holding the showstopper and sends it to the prescribed location.
That's the spike.
And nowhere to go. Spike drop loose here, but look at they're so exposed.
Like, when that guy's revealed that guy should be stunned and Yoru flashed, and he should be a free kill.
Finds a great timing.
Yeah.
With Maurice in a 1 versus 3. Stunned up by that.
Okay, 8-4. They need a pistol, but it's winnable.
And wrests the LMG out of his grasp.
Nothing to be done there for Maurice.
Stunned, Yoru flash, teleported on, insta-dead.
Slam C effort. That does pay off. A lot due to Koala finding that entry, besting Nags that in that duel, shutting off the Killjoy utility. So a good entry from Koala after what was a mostly quiet half. I think doing his duties as were intended by the game plan.
What's the first match? What happened? Classic TSM, very close. Loss. Pretty much that's it.
Defensively, outside of the ability to make quick rotations, which is something that Neon also offers on this map, might have made her a more viable solution.
I wouldn't really say they threw. They really just kind of lost.
An M80 staple for so much of the season. Right now, we're looking at them playing
Team solo,
a very different style, a very different composition.
I mean, 2G was kind of banging them out on some of the maps.
Pretty invalid.
They've loved playing Lotus all year, and they have tried several different comps at this point, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, let's see if they can win this pistol.
Love experimenting on it. Yeah, I mean, just going back, it's been 4 different comps this year now on this map. It started with the meta comp, then slow little adjustments away from it, and then the downright crazy Sage Deadlock comp that did work. And now this might even be crazier, if I'm being honest. I think this is.
It is pretty out there.
At least, I don't
What's
know,
the venue? I don't know. They're in Mexico.
Some other people were trying it.
Yeah.
I think
Monterrey, Mexico.
Like,
yeah, I do remember
Monterrey.
I'm actually not sure where that is.
We simply
in the
first
country.
outing on Lotus with that Deadlock.
Geographically.
I love Sodhawk, but I've tried to forget.
One of our first America's cast. That one I definitely won't forget. M80
South of San Antonio, Texas.
For the Lotus utilization of Deadlock. They've gone away from it now, though, as we've sort of been discussing. And yeah, this is definitely a different look. It's pretty wild. What is it for Koala Noob? Does he crash backwards, surge forwards?
That's what I'm looking to see. He's picked up the Sheriff to play this more open long-range space.
Must win pistol here for M80.
Available. Yeah, we'll send that into the site and press forward. Playing around the
Did he just fucking headshot him?
Down to 6. All right, that's cool. As some prowlers are exchanged towards B evenly.
Lurk pressure pretty nullified with all that damage on the Viper. That's also one thing Yori can do. Hang around that lurk wall and then TP back to where the action really is.
Yeah.
Maybe to shore up that part of the map for free.
Precisely. It does give them a nice option for map.
You got a lot.
You
got 2 as well. So now you got 2. You got one guy on 5 HP, one on 6. This should be for M80. It'll be tough to lose now.
Already with a flash.
Guys are gonna have to hit some
already
crazy shots
by M80. They're making sure they have numbers here. Kwanu obviously sitting across the map. Can't be sure that Red aren't heading over towards A yet. So a little bit longer, and then he'll start traversing over towards this C side. 1 for 1. Okay. Favors the attackers locally, but needs to be able to get a clean one. And Suto down to 6 from that spam damage early in the round. Has the spike.
6 HP, surely not.
And Nismo.
Yeah, I mean, if he was able to like run back to A, maybe buy himself some time. Okay, he's got the read.
6 seconds left to play.
This is basically Bogdan's
And
right?
nope, Koala does not have a TP over there, so
just don't get shot. It's basically that.
Against Happy's team, yep.
It's going to be a little tough to pull off. There's a couple flashes.
as long as they stay together.
So is this just a Valorant application of Chekhov's gun, or is Suto just going to crumble under a 1 versus 2 scenario?
Because as soon as they tap the spike, he's in trouble.
Okay, plant location should give away something about his position here, and Nismo quickly steps up. The dial a bit. My goodness, this could be happening. Kwanu though, 1 body shot.
There is no fucking way on this fucking earth. There's no fucking way.
God. Both of those shots were fucking crazy.
I am stunned.
I'm telling you, bro.
Like the perfect width of peeking to make those possible.
I can't believe
Holy shit.
Witnessed. It didn't even look like he saw them. Those weren't even wall
Yeah,
bangs.
that was like
the
crazy
jiggle peaks.
He basically free-fired both of them, like essentially.
One of the younger players surrounded by these vets stepping
This is
up.
unbelievable.
Oh my word, man. That is...
Fuck the second
those are some
round.
of the
Show me that.
nastiest sheriff shots I've ever seen.
This time they're ready for it as well. M80 try and play close here, up on Mound. Decent flash to work with in a 2 for 2. Aftershock, a little scary for Muriz, who absconds. Cypher cam over on the A site. Still active on virtue of net. Still being breathing. Gonna see them push that way with
this is like MCE caliber, fucking scrappy, thrifty rounds.
Right now, can just wait
that was like one of my favorite things to watch about Cloud9 when MCE was coaching them. But all of their eco rounds were so dangerous.
All right, it's go time. Prowler's exchanged here. Mariz brought down from that high ground by BCJ, but it's gonna be up to Nismo here. Now I am justified in saying this. Can Unk lock in? Flash to work with just one. Oh, this is almost like the previous round, just in reverse.
There's no fucking way.
The classic. Not as good. Oh, there we go. Now we got the previous round in reverse. There we go.
Takes a looking. Doesn't need his down to 59. Flash.
1-2. Nope.
Sudalo just goes for the spray. And yeah, it hits its mark. M80 with only 4
if he
rounds.
flashed and went around with the classic, maybe he can do that. The pull-out time on the sheriff is too long.
Tiny adjustment there at the end, but Mariz, you can see the sheriff in his hands. Sudo just carried that alone over from the previous round after those insane shots. But low on HP at the last moment. While the spike was going down, Mariz exchanging guns with Suto the
tough for M80 now.
This is
they needed that pistol. Bobber Reds, thanks for 20 months.
Really did end up mattering quite
My sub streak is older than some kids I saw in clinic this morning. Cheers, fellow grandpa.
If they win out here, they're ready to deal M80 a
fast
loss
B hit.
Cheeky
rival.
It's fast with the judge into B.
Threatening it for BCJ. Nismo here, let's go over that some of the utility onto the B site now.
Oh, that's a really good point.
So much of this incendiary damaging util could be dangerous, but BCJ burns brighter than all of those. Easy 3. Steps up.
What's a really good point?
Make
You're
that 4.
Just leave that there.
Is a nice way to come back into the game, but there's much more to be done.
I saw it in chat, but it was the Viper who was the last alive, and he was the one that got spammed, so Qualinoo had no idea how low he was.
Didn't make it all the way up to heaven. That would have made a big difference if you had the judge up there fighting BCJ close range. It's always the tiniest things in this game that add up.
So I had to play a little bit more carefully.
So much impact, such a difference made that just allows BCJ to swing out there, accurate with the Phantom, all headshots. Bad buy.
Yeah, it's very dodgy. Redder wanted to mix in a B hit there.
Wait, did they force the round prior?
Breach. Fade.
I don't know what's going on with the economy.
It's history now.
Now look at this. They've inserted Snow so deep. They think it's in B. It baits out the Nightfall. You are kidding.
They're pre-taking B.
What is happening right now?
And he still gets a kill.
He gets one. Fucking hell, dude.
Pretty egregious.
They are fucking awesome.
Now they might try and overload stairs here.
Especially because the bag's so bad.
Like a sack of potatoes, he goes down. Delzik just checking baby door.
And they haven't planted yet.
No. Oh!
Oh my god.
Gives them a chance. Now the numbers are even. Nismo backs up, doesn't want any of that smoke just as it clears. Net has made his way onto the site and he's cleared much of this already.
They're fine.
Delzik had no option there. He had to move
no
away.
idea
Great use of that aftershock, and now Suto 26 HP. It's 20 more than 6.
Wait, he slips around. There's no shot, right? Zero chance.
Okay. Thank God Nismo hit that stun.
Holy fuck.
The rounds as well.
Madness.
Sentinel's Classic secures it. Last day to buy the Sun bundle, by the way.
Just thrown into Krakatoa to summon the primal gods there. Sent over towards B to try and raise a ruckus.
That's great. He just gets into heaven. BCJ fully bought in. Since the Nightfall. It's crazy. I mean,
yeah, they just saw fully doors of being hit.
Now, right? This buffer of rounds that Beretta had picked up means that
honestly, it probably did help them win the round because they figured out there was only one guy there.
Oh man,
they'll be happy enough with the result of that round. It was silly. That keeps the spirits high, you know. A few kills, some silliness.
That's so stupid. That smoke they're thrown down to sort of defeat a potential one way, but
well, that remember to use
it here. Instead, just throws that in C main.
God, I wish I could VOD review some of your games. Why didn't you all hear? No, this random chatter.
They'll expire soon, and instead
Quantum Shade.
Their fade of BCJ.
To be fair, it's in your name to throw shade.
It seemed for a second they might have gone for something aggressive.
Is that a series that we should do, TMV? Where we each
Quantum Shade.
Basically,
a game of our own games.
Omen smoke that's on A main.
So you can review it.
Walk out here. Make your presence known. Gain some control of this side.
You want to trade replays?
I play Omen. My ult is useless.
Pivot back, but it looks like they want to.
Oh, I'd be flaming you for not one-waying
on
stuff.
that rotate.
That's I bet some of your normal smokes.
At M80's fingertips, but this Viper wall makes it very hard to make an informed decision about where to set up. This Nightfall.
Why only 80 M's? Why not 100 M's?
Here it comes.
You make a good point.
Cyber cage deployed here, but he steps into
I don't know what M80 means. Oh, he might just get it off.
And here
He
comes
did.
a rolling thunder. Nismo wants to capitalize instantly. The ping on Snowzine gave him the chance, but a swing from the other side.
Oh, it's chaos. It's chaos with that middle man. Spike down outside the pit.
Oh, spam.
No time. No time. Has to live.
Run him down. Oh my god.
Oh my god, he's TPing into it and won.
He thinks the showstopper's coming for him.
Oh my god, that was so close.
The
Razor. Use his ult there and go for it with like less than a second left.
What did you just see?
Oh my god, man. These rounds.
Okay, that showstopper would have come for him, to be fair, but the TP is into a dangerous location.
Holy shit.
Top A, top site. Maybe he didn't have the time to set it up, but I like the idea to dodge a showstopper that way.
That was crazy. Now the showstopper's rough.
Just as Kwanu is done, Snowzine slide into action with a Ferrari pick.
They can pick up as well.
Absolutely flattens the Yoru.
Yeah, all right. Snowzine was
He's feeling himself in this game.
This guy is
Dad was on my PC.
This guy is so different now. Maurice has picked up the op here. It's just locking down baby door. Alone.
Oh, how's he dodged that? Was he stunned? No fucking way he has that movement stunned. He must not have been.
Back up on the angle.
Oh, now Xander's in a lot of trouble.
For huge opportunity for M80.
He's in a lot of trouble.
Even at the numbers. Okay, or BCJ sometimes.
Hello? Right, there's no fucking way. What are you doing?
Through baby door. No presence on B. No one at upper here.
Do you think the door was still closed?
Set up here, and they even check that link. Theft here, and that's not going to be ready for that ping. Delzik leaps out and gets involved.
They're just going to save?
This was a bad buy for Reda as well.
Oh, they're just going to save. Oh my god, against the Thrifty.
Free kill in the center of sight.
Holy fuck, what is Xander doing? What are they talking about? How do they not know that's a possibility?
Picking up an angle for him. He was exposed to baby door and
I think they broke the door.
So just goes down for free. And because of all the damage done in the previous rounds,
wasn't he looking at the B main guy?
Yeah,
but I mean his positioning was crazy.
I'm gonna go back to the start of the show. BCJ breaks the door at the start of this round.
These guys are forced to save. The economy is dire. Quality doesn't have a dollar to his name.
Well, they might get a string together that crazy situation between Xander and Snowzine. Obviously, Xander's win on time there, avoiding the showstopper. And then we're looking to convert it into something more, but that round went pretty horribly for them. My goodness.
What an opening that was as well. Just
who is he in a call with? Escalator?
I thought there was going to be a bit more of a utility presence from M80 towards A main. With the breach there.
Yes, Escalator.
For a flash from Koala Noob as well. But it's just incoming. M80, they're on the tack pause now. They are feeling the pressure as Rita Inch so close to stealing away their map pick. Taking this to Icebox, the third map after, I mean, really against all odds. Listen, I think every single person watching thought Rita were doomed
I love
in this
Escalator
series after map 1. But
talking Escalator.
God, they have
That's what I'll to call you from
arisen from the grave. Snowzine specifically.
Yeah, he's looked incredible. And those early picks that Net was able to manufacture on the defense,
11-7
out towards A long. We've now started to see a little bit more from Reta. To the detriment, as it turns out, of Kwanu, who wants to be first into those fights. We haven't really seen the Yoru bring I guess that utility, or at least, you know, the idea sort of behind that. We haven't quite seen that play out. But M80 at least managed to string those 3 rounds together. I'm telling you, that round 17, that bizarre end of the round, so huge for M80 to win there. Despite the utter chaos that gave us all whiplash. They're still in it.
Well, I watched map 3. Good question. I am quite tired.
Anyway.
Now with the operator, once a
is it worth?
Jet player way back in the day for Crew picking up that angle as the team inch forward. But look at this trap play set up for M80. They could absolutely ruin Raida's plan here.
Timing's good. Fault line better as well. Koala move for 2. Great opener.
Oh,
Nags clearly had enough distance away from that though to get involved.
Dan's just got to judge.
Ends up blowing up in M80's face. Numbers here still favor Reta, but the rotators are coming in for M80. Looks like
the Mongolian Valo final instead. That genuinely sounds like a joke.
That's the ugly part.
I don't think it is, but it sounds like one.
Zine already circling the pillars, entering close with the judge. What the hell? Gets 2. Should not be allowed to do that.
There's no fucking way! There's no fucking way!
This game has descended into madness, Mitch. What is happening? How has he gotten so close onto the site? With Snowseed wrapping around the pillar.
It's like 2 massive clutches in 3 rounds that have kept M80 in this. That is so unreasonable. That is so absurd.
He just gets lost.
Double kill the judge. Upgrade to
the replay scuffed. The replay doesn't know what it's doing either.
What the hell is happening, TMV?
Koala loses the duel to the stunned player. Can't adjust.
Look at him just looking around.
So they go down into a 2v3.
Oh my god.
Even though the trap play, a great round to call it, perfectly set up.
They're still alive in this,
oh
man.
my god.
That is a tilter.
Xander has grabbed them by the hair.
Oh, you're dead.
That is a tilter.
Now in Kwanu's hands. Okay, another BCJ smoke kill.
Doesn't know about this helmet. It's a free kill. Oh,
shit. Barely getting out of there.
Holy fuck.
Kwalu does love to op on the Yoru, no matter what the map, evidently. Lotus 2. Just taking those forward positions, gate crashing away.
They're hitting the right site. You want to hit the Yoru site.
M80 starting to build up that head of steam now. This is the last buy. We're ready to have a biopsy after this, but they are starting to run a little bit low, that econ. Kwanu able to avoid that fault line, deal with Maurice as he emerges, flash himself into the fight. Decoy thrown out.
Okay, M80, that was a better round.
In fact, for M80,
I mean, bit fortunate with Koala, but
now. That was a beautiful opener. Starts off with an M80 kill through a Viper wall. Then net, I think, finding something through a cyber cage. Beautifully held on the extremities.
Does the Xander clutch galvanize the team into making a comeback?
Silliness. The game has devolved. The economy now in a pretty dire situation when we get into this next round for Reda.
And now we wonder whether that timeout that they took when they were up 6-2
looking pretty ugly. I think Reda
is regretted.
Oh, here we go. Classic.
Yeah,
of course.
Won't be able to buy up at all. Tech pause.
Although it doesn't look M80.
I've only had a few of them today, so nothing to stress about.
Is
too
it
much.
a momentum killer, TMV?
That 1v1 between Xander and Snowzine.
So many 1v1s.
Let's take a look at this Mongolian
situations.
I mean, at first I'm looking at that
grand final playoffs. The Mongols versus Trinity.
Obviously, because that killed, but
when is it?
Playing for time the entire time.
10:30 a.m. BST. It's in fucking 9 hours.
Also, just so being in this situation because
can you watch this instead of what we're watching right now, TMV?
From Suitor on the pistol as well.
I'd love that.
6 HP.
It's just, this is a crazy
it's a lamp?
game, but
that's crazy.
I expect nothing less when you throw a Yoru into the mix on the Lotus and no one knows what's happening. I mean, you have a game plan, but they've never ran it in a match.
An American coach.
Yeah, an American coach for the Mongols. Could be you.
Many a scrim partner when playing Lotus with this.
Aren't the Mongols? They're pretty big in CS.
A really big difference.
Starting to get running now, though. That's for sure.
Not gonna lie, I thought Mongolia was remote and full of grasslands. I don't think you're wrong.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is kind of like that, but it's not entirely a nomadic
we're feeling upbeat. Remember, this is only the second map of the series. First one went by in a
cities,
flash,
I believe. Correct.
And we started watching M80 struggle to find those attacking rounds.
I'm pretty sure they do.
Despite the novelty of the Yoru that kind of fell off pretty quickly.
What region would they even fall under?
He's not been really given.
Would they fall under
to be involved in many of these fights?
Pacific, or would they fall under China?
China.
I don't even know.
The unreasonable clutch with
can you even just
and
call
the
it,
judge against
can't
3
call
rifles.
it China then, right?
No, I guess
trying to get
not.
the post plant down. Xander able to win that.
Because then we get into some weird
forward
areas.
double judge kill, and then finishes off Snoozine, who has 50 health more than him.
No, but you know what I mean. Like Mongolia's.
His team is showing
next
they're
to
not just stable, they're not just consistent, they don't just play tight.
I mean, it probably should go into.
They have some absolutely cracked players on their team.
Specific.
Your BCJs, Koala Noobs, your Xanders.
The weirdest part
all, man.
is that Russia is technically like
is
an Asian country, right?
It's much dark talk. BCJ. He's emerged.
I mean, most of it is, yes, but actually most of the population does live in Europe.
The evil alter ego, Wyatt.
Yeah.
So, what are you gonna
so
do?
He comes out here, he grabs an Odin, he just.
Although then again, where does Europe end?
Opponents.
Well, it certainly ended at the start of North America. Let me tell you that, Brit. Losers.
Love smiles. We have fun.
You guys lost.
Way too long. So obviously,
we have a nice time.
Yeah, a tech pause. He waited on for a tech pause. The thing about these is that they're not.
Where they're eating the dogs.
A tactical
yes.
pause.
Yeah, we lost.
So it is until
we lost.
Solve the issue. Shouldn't be too much longer though, folks. We've been told. Well, I was told 2 minutes ago. ETA 1 minute. So yeah, it'll be soon. There we go.
Close enough.
We're into the game.
It's always, you know what they say.
All right. So what is
always
happening
an
here?
eco.
The economy off that last round, pretty bad for Reda. That being said, though, close to some more big ults. Snozin, no matter what happens this round,
4
gets killed,
players
dies,
near
whatever. He's going to stopper. The next buy, Koala Noob taking advantage. That off to get the first.
Not that the Prowler coming out instantly just to deny any potential follow-up. Koala Noob still gate crashes now back over towards that stair side, but he's going to be too late to catch the long angle of the players.
This should be able to get the spike
running
down.
Up that A grassy area. And it is an awkward buy here for Reta, so just a jumble of individual bank balances is forcing him to saving for the next. But on that Snozine here, gonna be a fault line across that A site. No one on the ramp here for Remainder. They're pretty content to play from stairs and from upper.
I see them.
Clear, beautiful. Snozine didn't know what hit him. No
Looking
one that one came
good
out of
here.
left field as Net silences him. Delzik wants to move up here and catches Nismo
said.
in mid-air. Suda deals with Sander in much the same way.
And they instantly started losing.
Flash out. Suda under pressure now. Koala Noob wants to challenge this, and Delzik's moving up on the site. And that deals with him comfortably. A to get within 1 round.
Good closeout.
Well covered there, protecting BCJ on the defuse. This is the full buy for Reda coming in now, though.
Russia is Europe.
just
yeah, but a lot of Russia's in the Asian
retake, something
continent.
That we'll have certainly practiced many times over. Plan out those protocols, but as we head into this, I'm looking at the state of the ultimates because that showstopper is available for Snuzzy Nags. Lockdown as well. That's an ult to get in the site, an ult to win the post plant.
Cleanly done now.
Here we go. You got 4 ults. Great. Great, they just fucking spam ults and win.
Already getting out to rubble. That's been paranoia though.
This is a must spam ult round.
And they threatened it, but the counter paranoia from Delzik. Gonna stuff them back onto the A site.
Actually, after that round 2, Mariz was a couple orbs away, but was able to get enough. Look at the state of the ultimates. You won't get a better chance than this for Raider to
Such a fat stun.
Nice. It's the fade ult down.
Allows them to gobble up Mariz. And that is the Nightfall off the table.
It's crazy that they didn't use a single ult to take tree.
Showstopper for Snozine.
Now they're gonna really have to spam them.
Inside tree for him there.
Oh!
Prowler catches on, but he just skims BCJ with some of that AoE. And he's going to take him down. Next set is quite low, but he's going to be able to set up this lockdown. No Odin here available for him.
Viper's in a
that location.
very good spot, potentially.
Waits for a
What
moment.
are they going to do? Is he just sticking it?
And has to get out.
He sticks it in!
Within the lockdown, at least does
Wow, we got one.
Is taking a bold risk, but one that often pays off because you just don't expect someone to stay.
Oh,
you got the planter.
Oh, and Nismo, how have you not got that?
Snow deals with Nismo on that high grab. Koala Noob in net. These two have been
electric
in the last couple of rounds.
What?
Oh my god, the blind kill.
Found the timing, looking to make another clutch happen.
Oh my god, Suda's
no fucking way, he did it again.
He's crazy in the clutch.
On map point.
How does he do it again?
Holy fuck,
unbelievable
man.
clutches from Suter.
The fucking flash
On the
full
most
blind
important
headshot.
round of the game for Reda, all of those ultimates expended, and it looked like it would all be for naught.
God, it was
These kills coming in on site. Snoozy not able to convert a second.
That's such a great. He even flicks.
Yeah, he flicks, and it's with a phantom too, so he had to two bullet him.
I mean,
that is
joking.
crazy.
Oh, they got 2 guardians.
Unless he was just close enough to die to one shot there, which maybe he was.
I mean, that just feels like the invisible string just guiding his mouse slightly to the left. It is destiny for him to win another clutch and bring this to map 3. I just can't believe that, man. Where is he at that Nightfall? Going down in the previous round. Retained it. Still has it here, as does BCJ, though.
It's like an enforced savings plan, like taxes. Love that. Like all of MAD have gotten off of that A side. They just convinced there's nothing afoot here.
Retake.
Triple stacked
Like,
up
what,
for a
your
potential big
fatal?
push. So something is
Oh no,
tingled their
your
spider senses. And Dimensional Drift here is going to show them that they would be better off positioning over towards that A side.
Yeah, this is a good timed ultimate from Koala Noob, and there's that Nightfall doesn't catch anybody, but will.
Okay, but they know there's pretty much no luck. You know they're all A. You have fatal. You're gonna smack them with a fatal.
Something they'll be ready, prepped for.
Surely not from Dropkins and it just flatten them.
Still, this is not easy.
Dark cover going to be thrown down to cover up. Creep going to be snoozing a
Stun
little
though.
bit lower. The bottom of drop here and he gets out. He gets out despite the spam coming through. Eventually stopped. Nags out
Nicely
the
done.
weapon for
Wow, what a nice
Nerdy
angle.
is a clean finish on the
13-10. Just stuck with your comp. Ooh.
I'm excited for this last map. That Reda was dangerous. That's a team that could beat M80 right there.
Yeah, that was a crazy game.
Those clutches were nutty from Xander and 2 from the Viper. Holy shit.
Okay. I'll be back in a sec.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go and refill my water. Probably clean my teeth. I will try to stay up. I will see if my eyes will allow it.
We saw that coming after the travesty on map 1. They have just completely, utterly dealt with this newly revealed comp from M80 on their own map pick.
Some frankly unreasonable clutches on both sides, to be fair. We've seen the best foot forward from both these teams, and it is Reta that forces us to a third map. So stick around for that. We're going to chat map 3. We're going to talk about the map that we just saw, and we'll be jumping into it right after.
This 2010 trap and music. When do you think that the thing will end? Why can't people just say fucking ass? Or ass, if you're American. That needs to end, I think. You know, just you know, just fucking say fucking hell. You know, that's like a kid's thing. You know, you don't have to be a kid in this chat. Let's see, what have we got? Sorry, I'm just trying to get the Bills Dolphins game on. So I might as well put it on whilst I'm here.
Reta, they do the thing and they push us to a map number 3 after a 13-10 win on that map of Lotus. And honestly, for me at least, the expectations were not high about that map, but Reta, they were able to have a dominant first half with an 8-4, and then going into the second half, a little bit of back and forth between the two, a fake comeback happening for M80 Roy, but at the end, it is
got crazy clutch again.
Like a massive party closing it out for Reta.
Absolutely, and this is kind of the Reta that we like to see, right? This is the charm of this team, is that they have this forward duelist that's always challenging you. They're taking the space, they're getting their team into that like situation where the experienced players can be the
That was a great, like, again, every so often you'll get a map of
It's a dream to see for this
like,
team.
Oh shit, yeah, this is
when
so
you're going
good.
into an M80 where everybody's putting them so high up, everybody's putting them as the favorites, and then you have Arreta that is playing locally, trying their best to fight and win against the best, and they're able to get just this map win. Is massive. You saw all the players hyped up Starrybun because you know how much it matters to them. Now the question is, how much further can they push?
God, you're old, TMB. Fuck
out?
off. Just fuck
I'm really
right
hoping
up.
that we see this kind of performance
Fuck you.
again in the next
Fuck you,
map.
I'm old.
They were really just clawing, fighting.
Say I'm old? You're
like,
fucking old. How about that? In fact, you might be.
I mean, look at
you might be older than me.
He was phenomenal.
Probably not, but you might be.
Side. He kept the op very mobile.
Do I think Narrator's a good replacement for Sassy if he leaves? Yeah.
Hitting these insane
Because Narrator's good.
Like, back to back, he had a 1v2 on pistol and then a 1v2
4th and 3, you're going for it?
Right there. It was
crazy.
absolutely crazy.
Were these 30 kills? I'm sorry. Were these 30
Divvy, you are so young compared to the universe. Ignore them. Thanks.
Because I swear I did not realize.
I mean, that is often something that freaks.
Because of the how.
Like when people put in perspective how long you are alive for and how long everything else has been here for, doesn't that fucking kind of, you know, fucking mess with your fucking mind a bit? Like, how long have we existed as humans? How long have humans existed? Like a couple 100,000 years? Oh fuck, I broke my pen. How long have humans existed? I don't even know. What is the answer? It's like 10,000 years ago we became... When did humans first evolve? Yeah, 315,000 years ago. Why were you all fucking telling me I'm losing it? I'm fucking right. What the fuck are you guys on about?
So back, and then Suther just shuts all that down.
And we are the fortunate ones to experience Skibbity Toilet.
This was insane. This was insane, and even this 1v2 as well to close it out. I get scared because
Care to comment on the work ethic of your North American moderators? Look, Canada Man has a job.
Very calm and collected
so,
where he's able to close it out and save those crucial rounds.
What do you want me to say?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and 1v3 on the second pistol, like I genuinely feel like if Emmy had closed out that pistol, 3v1, which is like percentages are just insane, and he was 1 HP on top of that. If the Emity would have closed that out, that might have been the edge that they needed to close out that map in a 2-0
Is
fashion.
Verno or Narrate better in my opinion? Tough to say, really.
That important clutch
Narrate's pretty good.
Towards the end of the second map.
When will I read your mod application?
It was just
never.
Madness to see. And like you pressed
Don't worry, King. You're only 0.0033128 as old as Homo sapiens. Stay young.
it's insane for every
That
single
feels
one
high,
of
to be
the
honest.
players, and you can tell how much they want to win. But in order to win this match, they need to win that map of Icebox, which is going to be our decider for today. And I don't know what to expect because I'm thinking a little bit of Reta. They're running this composition with a Harbor that a lot of, or a few of the NA teams ran in the past. Maybe not anymore, but at some point they did. And hey, Net's team at some point, they were very popular for running that, Roy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That was assuming you're 43. I'm not 43.
Because it allows so many layers of like attacking. Like you have
I'm not even close to 43.
Main, and there's so many different ways of achieving.
Why do people think I'm so old?
And when it comes to the retakes, you also have a bit more of a dynamic wall that allows you to gain space, and you have the cove as well to pressure the spike. But on the other hand, M80. Okay, to be fair, it did not look like they was one of their best maps the last time they played this map, but before that, they looked flawless on this map. This is what, in my opinion, was undeniably one of their best maps. Yeah, they looked a little bit shaky on it with All Knights and Dante Diaz kind of just running them down. But Snauzin's going to really have to step up and fill those shoes of that aggression, of that dismantling that you need to have versus a team like M80.
What I'm the most interested about is to see how this map is going to play out specifically for M80, because as you mentioned, when they went against All Knights, they closed it out, but with that 15-13. Now you're going against the #1 seed of Latin America, the #1 seed that took down All Knights before on this map.
What am I watching?
I'm
trying to watch the NFL.
So I'm curious to see, Cerebro, and how this is going to play out, and how these different compositions play a part in the same way that they did in the first and second map.
I feel like Snows' op is so dangerous. You just never know where it's gonna go, because I feel like Icebox is a huge op map, and that impact is absolutely incredible. I'm also interested to see if maybe
let me go to bed. Vita, you're awake from the previous day. I thought you got up.
The last
go
map,
to
we
bed.
didn't expect that Yoru pick, but now on Icebox, I'm curious to see if they have something else like prepared up their sleeve. You know.
That would be a flex. That would be a crazy flex. From one day to another, from one match to another, which we've seen, by the way. We've already seen it in Ascension. We've seen it in Champions.
You can see it in the reflection of my mirror.
Teams that are running and
it's not working anyway, so don't wonder about it.
And I feel like this is up their sleeve
Right,
for
it
This is something that Happy is very likely to do, Roy.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. Okay, I say that, but I probably still would be surprised. Because the level, the stakes here are just so high.
Respectfully passes you a massive doink. What is that emote?
Madness. But again, it is M80.
It's not even an emote. You just typed it out.
From them. But I do want to talk about the fact that
fucking hell, get in. I mean, I might have to go to bed.
Series in the last game, and now he's swapping to the Omen, in which he also didn't really have an insane series last time he played Icebox on the Omen, and it's something that's like they need to step up, because M80 made that last match really close, but there were no pop-off players. A lot of the rounds actually came down to just them not securing the important kills, not securing well set up kills. People that were stunned, the people that were flashed, they're just whiffing. And like you just against a team that like Reta, who
what's the time? It's 1:30 in the morning.
Against your strategy, but they
is it worth staying up for M80 versus? No, it's not.
Missing out on those really well set up fights.
It's not.
Because it's Icebox, especially too. You need to get those duels, you need to get those fights. Even if you're running the Harbor composition that we talked about, even on the side of Reta, you are depending a lot on that firepower, on those strategies to play out as you're hitting those sides, as you're retaking those sides.
You should sleep. This is not champs. No, it's not.
That's also one of the strengths of a lot of the teams that we have right now in Ascension State, everyone. So I'm excited because it went from me thinking that this was going to be a 2-0 for M80 and closing out very fast after we saw map number 1 to now
game 2 map 3. It's fucking groups.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited to see going into this map, because like I said, Icebox is a huge
Lord Ribs is obsessed with this Mongolian game.
The last game we saw, it really came down to like those clutch plays from the players on Reta. So I feel like M80 really has to just like keep it together and not let those numbers advantages slip away from them.
What do you mean we made it all the way?
Yeah. And this is
you should be in bed, Zoltux. Go to sleep.
The agent select right on our screens. We talked about the Harbor, but we also
just
talked
not worth my time,
a little bit on the duelist role here for Snowzin.
I have college.
He's gonna be playing that.
Yeah, go to bed.
In the past, but for M80, they're opting for this no duelist composition instead. This
I'm sleeping. Is Elevated there? I don't think he is. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. Weak-minded? Fuck you. How about that? Like, look, if they didn't take fucking 20 minutes for some reason between each game, maybe I'd be in. But M80 are gonna 13-0, but the channel points don't care. I mean, you can, someone can maybe be here to give out the channel points. Please, no. Like, it's Icebox, guys. Guys, it's Icebox. Harbor Viper. Watch the pistol. 100 gifted? Go on then, 100 gifted. Do it. 100 gifted and I'll stay up. I'll give you 2 minutes. All right, guys, who's falling on the sword?
How many new things can they really bring to the table? I don't know. I feel like Reddit should be more than prepared for this right now.
25? You'll actually do 25? 25, I'll stay up.
I want to see Reddit just...
No lower than 25.
You know, as far as having done the homework. Ready for the typical M80 plays, how they try to control different areas of the map. It's pretty much the same stuff every time, right? We'll have to see, though. As M80 look to go towards A when Nags is chilling with the Sheriff. That's a lot of damage through the wall. Forces to retreat, but...
You've got until 35.
It's cleaned up now. Already, Mariz on the flank.
Here's 100 gifted.
Really nicely capitalized upon by Mariz there. They are giving the post plant. Reta with a very aggressive contact push there up through B. Now set themselves towards
You've got until the end of the pistol for 25 gifted.
Through screens. Rosine trying his luck there through the smokes. No good though. M80, you're ready for it. Always happy to throw down. Leaves him in a 2 versus 2. Post plant is set up. Nismo gets one. Net has to move here. Shot comes in. He's able to get away, but he's low. 36 HP. Mariz knows that one whistles past.
Everyone always goes up top. What do we say?
Does he know? He doesn't. Mariz comes up. Mariz goes down. Gravity at its finest, folks. And M80 take the pistol.
I ain't seen no 25 gifted.
They tried to catch this timing, pushing through the smoke. The
I don't see it. Does anyone else see it? I don't see it.
Wall, but not able to capitalize by actually getting the kills.
GG.
So close for Mariz at the end there. That shock dart just sidestepped by Ned, and the other one sailing by.
Goodbye.
His head.
Massive round.
Pretty straightforward stuff. A good